Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or are you just happy to see me?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to everyone who showed up in the chat to hear us talk nerdy. I know I put out in the tweets that would be my nerdy home and me, and then about an hour and a half before the stream is supposed to start, Steph messages me with don't be mad. Jeremy made plans. So I was like, the Gronk, okay. So I didn't want to talk by myself for 2 hours. So I reached out and have just an equally lovely guest, Ms. Martin Muses, to get
Hello.
input on the topics this evening. And I never thought I would be talking about Star Wars again, but it's like The Last Jedi all over again. Like The Last Jedi all over again with what they're doing, and found it a very, very stupid article from The Gamer about Star Wars. I'm like, you know what? Let's cover this. But anyway, before I go into the topics, Ms. Martin Muses, let everybody know where they can find you and anything you have coming up. All that stuff.
Okay, you can find me here on YouTube, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. And upcoming on my channel is next Saturday, we will be finishing up, finally, the Silmarillion. Everything. We've gone through The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and the Silmarillion. It's taken us about a year, and it will be our final stream next week.
Awesome. Yeah, it is an uphill struggle for a bit with that, at least for like the first third of that book.
Yeah.
If you can get past the first third, then it's like, okay, and then it kind of reads more like a story.
Yeah.
Versus a history book.
But man, these names, you thought The Lord of the Rings was hard to keep track of. Holy crud, these people. We had one character as like 10 different names. Like,
yeah, that's what would always would make me pause and go, I can't. I gotta pause. I can't with this. I can't. Because I'm like, J.R.R. Tolkien, I love you, but pick a name and stick with it.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe 2 other names I might go by, but pick one and stick with it. But I'm like, but bless his heart. Like I said, I love him. It's one of my favorite authors. Love The Lord of the Rings, love The Hobbit, and basically Middle Earth stories in general. But I'm like, I just do this whenever I'm reading the Silmarillion.
Yeah, and you'll go through what feels like 100 pages of content in 10 pages.
Yes,
it's so much.
That's like that's what you feel like, and then you look down and go, "Oh, it's only been 5."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like why?
You feel like you've been reading it for an hour, and it's like, why? Yes, but I'm gonna say hello to the chat, and I'm gonna go into basically the topics. Like I said, Star Wars being one of them. I never thought I'd actually be talking about that shit again, but here we are. So I see. First off is my lovely co-host in the chats. Mr. Bentham said hello. See you all when the show starts. Awesome. Good to see you. Got your drinking straight Smirnoff. Let's go. Okay, yeah, like you really want to get like nice and 3 sheets to the wind. Smirnoff.
Cheap.
Yes. Hey Brian, and I don't know why I would have to I get to ask Steph when she's here if she ever got his whiskey sour. Hey Jacob, hello, good to see you. Vinzinger, blah, blah, blah. Sup ladies, sup guys, sup ladies, good to see you. TD, hello, good to see you. I don't know how to take this.
I would take it as a compliment.
Well, it's a compliment, but it's kind of like one of those where it's like you see those gifts, like awkward gifts. I'm like, that's what I feel like right now.
Yeah.
Hey, something brave. Megatron.
Pork chops are good. Pork chops are good.
I'm not saying I have anything against pork chops. I like pork chops, but it's like it's a compliment, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know how to describe it. Like it is that awkwardness. I'm like,
I think he does that on purpose.
yes, he does.
Well, I know he does. Yeah, I know he does it.
Yeah, it does look like a lot of fun, but I had to choose between either that, essentially choose between either that or Orlando, and Orlando won just because it would give me more time to save up, as well as like plan like people taking care of my dog. So like I can't leave at a moment's notice when I have a dog to take care of, pretty much.
Yeah.
No worries, Orange Hat. Hope you enjoy the replay if you're able to catch it. Yeah, he really is messed up. He is messed up, and we will be covering that. Arcasol, yo, what's up, everyone? Good to see you, Arcasol. I know how to hype, yes. Van Vidal, hello, everyone. He says, hello, Van, I should say. Sorry, I'm like, it jumped on me. Abomination, hey, all. Hey, Abomination. Ryan, good to see you. Hold on 1 second. Oh, remember a message. Hold on. From Marcusol. I have to go on the YouTube side. He says, hey, Mara and Ms. Muses. This will be a great stream. I just know. Thank you so much, Arcasol. Very much appreciate that. I wish StreamYard would figure out a way to show it on the actual StreamYard side.
Yeah, that's a problem for a lot of people.
So maybe in a bit, we might have someone else joining us. And like I said, Steph said she'd pop in for a minute. So I sent her the link. We'll see. And yes, Dan, lollipop I have, and the rose from Ms. Martin.
Rose. I have a cracker and caffeine-free Diet Coke. I don't know.
Or something. I love that. Bless your heart, Teresa. I just picture you looking around your desk and go, I have a cracker.
Well, I do. It's right here.
I know, but I just picture you just like, what do I have? Oh, I have a cracker.
Now it's munching on them before we started.
So was I, kind of, because I didn't really have any dinner. So I was like, oh, I got to put something in my stomach so I don't starve overnight. But hey, Momonte, good to see you. Let's see. Making sure I don't miss anyone. Soul Assassins. It's Howdy, Mara, Teresa, and Chat. Good to see you, Soul. And it jumped on me. I love when I have to scroll back up and make sure I don't miss anybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Something Texas said one of the Hobbits called out the Amazon show saying Peter Jackson's version is probably the last true Hobbit you'll ever see. Which one? Which one of the Hobbits called it out?
Hope it was the hot one. Well, actually, there were two really hot ones. Oh wait, the Hobbits. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
forget I said anything. I was thinking of the Hobbit, as in the dwarf Thor.
Oh, okay.
Thorin Oakenshield.
There were two hot ones, Thorin and Keely.
Yeah, or Keely. Yeah, I forget which one it was.
I saw your comment on one of my videos or streams. I generally don't go for bagpipe music, so I can't say I don't. This Alley the Piper might be very good, but I generally don't go for listening to that. So, oh god damn it! Ask him. Kitty Bear,
Ooh,
ask him.
Swedish pork chop. Those are fighting words.
Mm-hmm. I like have Diet Pepsi. Fight me, Teresa. I generally avoid Taco Bell because I like my plumbing to be functional.
Well, but if you need to get it going again.
I mean, that is true. That is true. I mean, like, if I need to get it going again, then yeah, Taco Bell. If not, no. I avoid it. Plus, like, it seemed like when I was deployed to Guam, almost inevitably, if someone had food poisoning, it was from the Taco Bell in the mall, like the BX thing like that. So I'm like, I'm gonna avoid going there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Would you stop it, Stieg? Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm going to kind of save the Halo one because it's like only one article for like the last one we talk about. So Teresa, up to you. Do we talk about Star Wars first or Ezra Miller? Each one will have like 2 articles. So
let's start with Ezra. Let's start with the pervert.
All right. Okay. So just to recap, everyone, like I'll have like a little bit of recap in these articles essentially about what Ezra Miller has been doing. We'll go into the Bounty into Comics one first, and then go into the International Business Times one, because that one, the Business Times one, is there is the possibility that Ezra Miller would be fired from member chats. All right, Mike Hill, member for 7 months. Thank you so much for letting me know, Trey. What should we think about HBO doing a Jon Snow spin-off series? Well, they turned him into a simp, from what I can tell. So, would it really be Jon Snow from the books?
No. Well, and himself, some Game of Thrones people. What's he? The Dragon Demands. According to him, the person that said it is not a reliable source. And it said like in development, and of course, in development that can mean anything.
Yeah, like whenever you see something like that is in development, that doesn't necessarily mean it'll get out of pre-production hell.
Mm-hmm. Or could even mean, hey, we were thinking about it over tea today.
Yeah, like it's like it's like rolling around in our minds. Like it's like doesn't mean it'll exactly see the light of day. So which voice actress? They're all God love Matt Morrison, but now which voice actress?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I was gonna say it's hard to narrow that.
Yeah,
they're all BS crazy, anyways. Most actors.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's like not everyone's like this in Hollywood, but Hollywood is pretty much a cesspool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it popped in. Oh, okay. Hello.
Oh,
hi, Mara.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, look.
Hey, Krista.
We are having dinner tonight after a long day. What's up? Hey. Hi, Teresa.
Hello.
Krista. Hold on. I'm just going to walk around for a little bit and just say hi. I can't be here too long. Look, it's Jeremy.
The one that's like keeping my co-host from my stream, pretty much.
Jeremy.
The man himself.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
I think Jeremy's the 3rd man we've ever had on our stream.
But the first above average one.
Okay. All right. Yes, first above average one. I'll give you that.
Above average from a certain point of view.
Right. Hey, I'm okay with that. How's everybody doing?
We're good. How's Dallas?
It's pretty awesome. It's the first time I've really spent any real time in Dallas, and I'm really liking it a lot. So, we've had just an incredible day, incredible week actually. But the panel was awesome, and it's been a little overwhelming in a good way.
Yay. You need to come move to Texas. Come move and hang out with us.
Are you kidding? He's in Florida.
Rhonda Sand.
Never go.
Never leaving.
No.
Right.
Jay is here. Hello, Jay.
Yes, the small YouTuber, Drunk 3PO.
Yeah.
Say hi and bye. Okay, bye.
Oh, okay. Like, I love you too, man.
There's Odin.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi. Oh, hi, Odin.
Hey, Odin.
What's up?
Everyone sounds like they're gonna fall asleep. So
I was gonna say
we are going to fall asleep. We're fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
It's been a long few days, but it's been so much fun. a lot of fun. So like, hold on, wait. I can't see the chat. Let's see if I can see. Oh, I can't see.
Oh.
Okay, whatever. But yeah, if you guys ever, I think we said this like after the Vegas.
You're breaking up.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're
Sounds.
breaking up.
so like I think like we've said it before. If you guys can like come to a meetup because it's so freaking fun.
I'm gonna try for Orlando. Like I said, I'm trying for Orlando.
Yeah. So the next one I think is Vegas, and then after that is Orlando. I don't know if there's gonna be one in between there, but I don't know. But yeah, I mean, make plans and come to it because there's a different vibe, there's a different energy at a meetup. So let's go. Let's say hello to more people. Real quick, talk nerdy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hey,
We know that guy.
the bane of social media.
You guys hear?
Yeah, they can.
Am I on the show?
Yes, you
Yes.
are.
Am I talking nerdy to you?
So far, no. You got some of your game, Ryan.
Guy that we've ever had on the show, I think I just said. So Ryan's the fourth. Congratulations.
Number 4, story of my life. Not even enough for bronze.
Ooh.
Jeremy got that.
Yeah, you did. I'm just gonna walk around really quickly. Okay. Let me go over here. I was gonna say hi to Gary, but he's in a conversation. I don't want to interrupt him. Here's Johnny. Say hi, Johnny.
Oh, Nintendo Daddy for Blabs.
There's Johnny.
Hello.
And there's Elijah. Come here.
Oh, Leja, hello.
Hello.
Good to see y'all.
We're gonna go over here. We're gonna come over here.
Who's this?
This is Max.
Oh, hey, Max.
Oh.
Hey, Mara.
Hello.
And this is
Max just
Martin
like
Music.
seductively scarfed down
Ooh.
a big ass burger.
Yes, I do.
Like I was talking at that table over there, and I was just watching him eat, and I was like, why is he eating that like so seductively? Like he's just making love to that burger over
I
there.
was making eye
Wow.
contact as I was eating it too.
I know.
So when he made love to the burger, did like Barry White music come on or anything like that?
Those dreamy
Yeah.
wings to the burger. I was like, what is going on right now? He must be really hungry.
Hey, it's a burger. What are you gonna do? It's a burger.
Yeah, of course.
It would be worth it if it was a cheeseburger, maybe with bacon.
Oh my God, Teresa, okay. No,
I know now we're all gonna get
You're
hungry.
hot and bothered there. You make me hot and bothered. Bacon
I'm
cheeseburger.
sitting here with a cracker for crying out loud.
So good to see you guys. Have a great stream.
Thank you.
Have fun.
All right, let me go over here real quick.
Y'all look like you're in an airport hangar or something. What the hell is
No.
that?
What is this?
Garrett. Garrett got mad at me last
Oh,
night.
hey, quarterback.
Left me out.
What?
Garrett got mad at me.
She got
Okay, why is he mad at you?
everybody Except for me.
Yeah. Quarterback was like showing me my photos. He goes, look, what's missing? Excuse me, what is missing right now?
It's me.
I was like, I'm sorry. Everybody was
Yeah,
so
it's
busy.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, come on. You can't say mad. You can't say
He
mad.
didn't. He didn't.
Hey.
He's amazing. All right, let's see if I can get. Hold on. He's still having a conversation. Do you want to see one of the actors of Terror on the Prairie?
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sure. But real fast, Brian wants to know if you got Ivan his whiskey sour.
Oh my God, Ivan! Ivan's here. Hold on.
Oh. Speaking of which, oops.
Speaking of
Hey,
which,
only wusses drink whiskey sour, so you need to drink it neat.
Hold on.
Teresa's judging.
I'm judging the whiskey
Alcohol.
sour. Well, it's watered down. Come on. If you're gonna enjoy it for real.
Say hello.
Hey, hello.
Oh, there's
Hey,
Ivan.
Ivan.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? You having fun?
Yes, I'm dead tired, but
We all are.
You look it.
Yes.
You look it.
You know
It's
what we found out?
what?
We're cousins.
Yeah, we're cousins.
We found out that we're cousins.
Like literally?
We share this one of the same last names
One of them, yeah.
many, but we still
One out
share
of 10,
one.
but
Yes. but we
Oh,
still
I was gonna.
care.
Say,
And
I was gonna say, what a stereotype.
I know.
hey, if we're the stereotype, then we are the stereotype.
There you go.
And
Own it.
that makes us cousins. Makes us close.
Yeah.
Oh, we're so close.
I did go quick. I want to say hi to Gary, but he's like deep in conversation. Hold on.
Gary's an amiable person. I think he.
And I will say hello to everybody
You're
new
like a
in the chat, I promise.
There's a hold on. Let me see.
It's like a people tour.
That's what?
A people tour.
I know.
And on the right, we have a Nerdrotics, and on the left,
Yes.
Good. This is Thomas. He was
hello.
here on the prairie.
Oh, hello.
This is my show. I do it with Mara.
Oh, okay. Hi, Mara.
And it's talking-
Hello.
Hello.
I can't be there tonight just because of all of this, but yeah.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, hashtag blame Jeremy.
Yes. Hashtag blame Jeremy.
Yeah, hashtag blame Jeremy.
Jeremy, I know. I told her, like, I don't know.
yes. All right. Well, good night, guys. God bless.
Okay, good night.
Good night.
Where I paralleled the comic book store to the hippie record store.
Someone's voice is carrying.
A little bit of
That has to be Ryan's.
Yeah, he's using his diaphragm.
He has no in between.
Every Saturday.
You do?
Yeah.
Hey,
I do.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Hey, Gary.
what's up? Are we talking nerdy?
Well,
Oh, yes, we are. Very much so.
I'm a nerdy old man. So, what you guys doing?
Oh, we're good.
Oh, hey.
Doing good.
I see who you are now.
It's Mara.
It's Mara Jade.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hey. How's it going? What are we talking about? Veteran DC Comics writer Grant Morrison says Ezra Miller different now compared to when he worked together with the Flash. Yeah, he's been on more drugs. Grant Morrison would know about drugs.
Yeah.
Poor Ezra.
No, not poor Ezra.
Yeah.
Don't say poor Ezra.
I'm gonna say poor Ezra. I mean, he's a grooming piece of shit, but
Yeah, that's what.
he's also like addicted to like 1,000 drugs. So, I mean, if he gets some help before he kills somebody, that would be good. That would be good. And goes to jail. I'd like I did.
Yeah.
See, and maybe he'll get better from it.
Who's going to
Yeah.
jail?
Ezra.
Yeah, if you go to jail, you get to read the Silmarillion.
What was that?
Didn't you read the Silmarillion in jail? Isn't that what you
I
get to
think
do
he
in jail?
should. I think he should. The Silmarillion got me through it. I had a dog-eared copy because I had never read it until I got there, and it took prison for me to actually read it. Loved it.
Thank you.
You're
You
welcome.
heard it here first.
Nice talking to you.
Okay, bye.
Ryan, say something sexist.
What? Something
All right.
sexist?
All right, I'm gonna get going, Mara. Ryan, say something sexist.
I can't believe there's a show on YouTube where it's just all women. I don't know why anyone would come up with that idea. It seems like it's going to fail, but you guys, you're like 50, 70, 100 episodes strong, so still rocking. Is that good enough? I don't know.
Yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough.
Well, see, I was wondering when you said with all women, were you including yourself, Ryan?
Well, no, I obviously class this place up. So
Oh.
you guys have to start bringing
there
on
it is.
God.
to make sure the show could keep going.
There it is. There's the sexism right there.
All right, Mara. Let me sit down again.
Yeah.
My
It sounds.
Is to have more of these
There you go. That works.
and then go
Alcohol always works.
because it's been a long day.
Oh,
I
that'll
believe
put you
it.
to sleep.
Yeah. You like my dress?
Oh, let me see. Is it pink? I can't tell too well.
It's pink.
What's on it? Like without like you like to. Would you say what's on it?
Flowers.
Oh, flowers. Sorry.
Oh, I approve of flowers. That's one of my cousins.
There you go. See?
One of my favorite dresses. It's so worn because I wear it all the time.
Hmm.
Oh, God. Are you guys having fun? Teresa, thank you so much for taking my place tonight.
Oh, no problem. I was glad I was available.
Yeah, I was telling her your message like started with Don't be mad.
Yeah, that's what I started off with. I was like, oh God, don't be mad, please.
And she's like, no, I'm not mad. I'm just going to send an assassin after you.
Yeah, pretty much.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Now, see, I was like, like everyone else, I'd send an assassin out for. Mazza, I deal with him personally if he blocked out on anything. So
just send one right back, Mara.
I believe it. I believe it. I don't know how many cousins you have. If you just found out I was your cousin, you could have like thousands of cousins. I just like don't know around each corner, pretty much.
Me and you, we will die together like we've always wanted.
Oh my gosh. That got dark.
I need the clip was like that escalated quickly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm exhausted. And it's hot too. It is.
Yeah, we're making like world records today. Yeah. Well over 100.
We had like well, no, I wouldn't say world records, but like it like cracked near 100 up where I live even for a couple
You Northerners aren't supposed to do that.
No, it's not. Not even like, especially not now. Like normally in July it gets a little close, but nowhere near 100 and just like
Biden. I blame Biden.
Yeah. Blame Biden.
Let's go, Brandon.
Did you guys see the clip of Joe Biden falling off of his
bicycle?
I saw that. Yes, I saw that.
God, that dude's our president.
I know.
He was like standing still when he did it too.
Yeah, he was standing still. He can't use a kickstand. He doesn't know how to do it.
But even then, he should be tall enough to put.
And he fell so slow.
Yeah, he put his foot down.
Slow motion, yeah.
Yeah, he put his foot down. So I'm like, even without the kickstand, he's tall enough that he should be able to like just stand there. Like,
he could have just stood. He's tall enough. He didn't need a kickstand.
No.
Yeah, well, he's lucky he didn't like break a hip. I mean, dude's too old. He's gonna get himself
walking
killed.
To the bike afterward. Such an old man.
Yeah.
An old man walk. I made a GIF out of it. I need to tweet it out.
Yeah, you need to. I only saw the video of him falling, so.
It looked like he didn't know where he was going.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It actually reminded me of like my grandmother, like when she was 90. I mean, this dude, he and people like didn't know what to do, and they couldn't get to him in time, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I had a tumble on my bike, but I mean, I at least was moving when it happened, and I hit a pile.
Makes sense. Like not standing still.
Exactly. Even I don't fall when standing still. I hit a pile of leaves. That's deadly. That's like the Texas version of ice. Is a pile of leaves.
Yeah. At least it wasn't like my brother who somehow flew off the bike trail.
Dang.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. But he was like, got so excited. It's when he was like a lot younger. We were kids. He got so excited that somehow he kind of veered off the bike path and kind of like off the bike path and down the hill a little bit. And I was like, it's one of those situations where you're scared at first, but like you start laughing.
Yeah.
Oh no, God! That guy's president though.
Yeah.
He's our president.
I know.
Well, he shouldn't be allowed to be on a bike if he's that old. He can't even stay standing.
He's our president. Oh my God. It's so sad.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta get going.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all need to get
at least
some
you'll
sleep.
pass out later, so because you're. So.
Yeah, I gotta get going, guys. So, Teresa, thank you again. Thank you so much, Mara. Thank you for not killing me.
All right, this time, but don't next time. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, like I said, I promise I'll say hello to everyone who just popped in because there's a lot of messages that were like, hi, hi Brian, hi Jeremy, hi Hyphen. I gotta go through. But I want to hit these super chats first real fast from $5 from Storyman Jack. I got to hang out with them Thursday. It was really cool to meet Steph and everyone else. Awesome. So like I said, I'm trying for Orlando. I'm kind of avoiding Vegas just because. But Orlando I'm going to try for. And then I saw a $5 super chat from Heath Nation. I'm split screening these beautiful women here, and this massacre known as Stanley Cup Game 2, Colorado up 6-0, and I'm drunk. Oh, and hello, Steph. Thank you, Heath Nation. And make sure I don't miss anybody who just joined. Let's see. Oh, Phil's here. Hello. Good to see you. Rhetorical Thrill says hi all. Hi all. Hello, Rhetorical Thrill. I'll make sure I don't miss anybody who popped in. If I do, I apologize. Because a lot of messages came through. But I think that's everyone. Because everyone. Zachariah. Hell. Says howdy y'all. Good to see you, Zachariah. I think that's everyone. Like what? Sexist? Yeah. Comes in, says nerds. Hello, Jedi Dick Sensei.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yes.
Sorry, I haven't.
He's president, but he ain't in charge. Yeah, he's not in charge. He's definitely not in charge.
Not even of
Well,
his
yeah, the dog's attacking. That makes sense. The dog's attacking you, so it's like you can't keep your balance and try to kick the dog away.
Yeah, dogs hate bicycles.
Yeah, my dog like hates. If a person is doing anything but walking, it seems to like unnerve my dog. Hello, hey J Hailstorm, what's up? Good to see you. When I was a little kid, I thought horseradish was made from real horses. So, all right. So yes, and then yes, pop in the chat. Thank you. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And like a good deep sleep. Because if you're dead tired by now, and they're like an hour, you guys are an hour behind me, you're gonna pass right out.
Yeah, it's 9:30.
So, yeah. All right. So let's get. I can't speak tonight. Let's just get into this article because it's like he was different when they were filming The Flash, and now he's acting like this. So much like the rest of the world, the recent downward spiral of the Flash star Ezra Miller has left their one-time collaborator Grant Morrison, legendary DC Comics scribe with whom the actor wrote an early and ultimately unused script for the Scarlet Speedster's solo outing, in a state of disbelief. Well, it's kind of a state of disbelief, but at the same time, it's like you kind of saw it coming.
Yeah.
So
it's like really, it's like what could possibly have given anyone an idea about this?
Yeah, it's kind of like when you like run into a wall and like have a state of disbelief after that. Pretty much, it's shit like it was coming. You saw it coming, pretty much. It's kind of like also because I would read a lot about true crime, and inevitably, whenever like they would interview anyone outside the family, like neighbors or whatever, they're like he or she was always so quiet. Like unassuming, things like that. And I'm like, well, if you actually think back, there were so many red flags.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Hey, Shaka Zulu. Virtual hug.
Virtual.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, Steph and I would have to figure out a way if we're going to do this stream when we're both in Orlando. I don't know. I might have to take that week off. And so the final crisis architect, who like Miller identifies as non-binary.
Okay.
All right. Offered their thoughts on the actor's current rampage during a recent interview with the Rolling Stones' Brian Hyatt, given in promotion of the release of Morrison's upcoming novel, Ludo. Asked by Hyatt, what do you make of Miller's current situation? Morrison replied, I know they've had these problems. See, this is a singular person he's talking about.
Oh yeah, I hate this. The grammar police in me is coming out.
Yes, yeah, red flags. There's always red flags. There's always. Mm-hmm. They've had these problems. I haven't spoken to them for a while, and the last time I spoke was long, long before this. All I can say is that it's just not the person I know. No, chances are it was there.
Yeah. Everyone's just coming out and saying they didn't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait, so they did plural and then they went to singular for the person.
Yeah.
See, it's confusing.
It always like gets me. Cause I'm like, because I want to be an English teacher, and I'm like,
who are they talking about? Who's they?
Yes.
More than one? You got a bunch of psychos?
At least when I was like taking over for the student teaching and for like a weeks, for weeks in between units, I would teach, grammar reviews and things like that. And to my mentor teacher's credit. I mean, I love her, but I enter her credits. When I was teaching pronouns, like there was nothing about like like they them could be like used singularly or anything. No, it was like that's plural.
Yeah. And whenever you take a foreign language, it's the same way.
Yeah. I've heard stories just like everyone else. The former Batman writer continued. I just don't know. Ezra cut off contact with pretty much everyone for a while. It's not the person they were. Yeah, I know. Morrison added, they weren't aggressive in any way.
Okay.
I don't know, like, okay, first, like, the only aggressive thing that, like, Ezra has done, everything else has been, like, he's on drugs or he has an undiagnosed psychological issue.
Yeah.
Because when this was initially happening, where he was, like, was, like, arrested, what was it, in Hawaii or something like that, and then you had this couple file a restraining order against him because he broke into their house and threatened to kill them and everything. That is like, it's like I said, like that was like the big red flag right there. And I wasn't necessarily giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm like, is he on drugs?
Yeah.
Or is this like one of those undiagnosed mental conditions?
Yeah.
Kind of like, not to equate him to Britney Spears, but do you remember when Britney Spears was kind of going through that period?
Yes. She had some issues.
Yeah, she had some issues, and then like she was eventually diagnosed. When I was initially watching it, and people were bringing up postpartum depression, I was like, no, that's not postpartum depression. That looks like more like bipolar disorder, because she'd have the fluctuation from the manic to the depressive, and that's what she was diagnosed as. So that's why I was like, is he going through something like that? But this is beyond. Does he have a mental condition necessarily? He is full on mental. He needs to be removed from civilized society.
Yeah. I mean, lock him up. Lock him up somewhere, an insane asylum or a prison, but until he can,
Hey, glam dude. Yeah, so he needs to be, like I said, removed from civilized society, bring back institutions, because there are some people that just cannot function. No matter what within normal society. And Ezra Miller is one of them.
Yeah.
I just thought Ezra was a super intelligent kid with so many talents, so all I can say is that I didn't see that side in any way with them. I wouldn't say necessarily that he's like very talented, but he's like one of those where, like, in my opinion, where I could see if given the right direction, he was a good actor.
Yeah.
Batshit crazy outside of like whatever characters he's playing, but like he did a decent job. Well, I mean, I don't know if I would go that far, but he's like something.
Yeah, I mean, do whatever it needs to be done to protect society.
Yeah. So having broached the topic of Miller, Hyatt then proceeded to press Morrison for details on the ultimately unused Flash screenplay he wrote with Ezra, to which the writer revealed that the Flash's notoriously rough development cycle was, at least in some small part, born from the actor being unhappy with their collaborative efforts. Well, there had been a few versions, and as far as I remember, Ezra just wasn't quite happy with what they were getting at the time, said Morrison. He's talking again singularly. And Ezra had a lot of ideas. They came to me with a book of ideas, and then we worked together. The writer added, it really was just the two of us. They came over... Okay, fuck it. He came over here to Scotland and hung out. And we wrote this thing. I really liked it. Warner Brothers only gave us 2 weeks. It was cruelty, it was hardcore. We had to be like the Flash to get this thing done. Which, I mean, to defend them, yes, studios do that shit.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Bottom line.
Be really smart, but that doesn't make them any less insane. So,
nope.
Yes. However, Morrison explained that ultimately Warner Brothers were looking for something quite different. I don't think Warner Brothers even knows what they want, to be quite honest.
Talk about schizophrenic and crazy.
Yes.
I mean, well, yeah, they go back and forth.
Talk about bipolar, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying not saying that everybody had to like Zack Snyder's vision. Not saying that at all.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to. Well, plenty of people I know and I consider friends disagree on that. All right, I generally like what Zack Snyder was doing. Not everyone liked it. However, if Warner Bros. Had been smart, they would have let Zack Snyder finish his vision,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Flash movie, because you're opening up the multiverse anyway. So then you could go back and go, okay, this is what we would do differently over here. Okay, here's this cinematic multiverse here, and there's a cinematic multiverse over here.
Correct.
That's what if they had been smart, that's what they should have done. But they were trying to play catch up with Marvel, and then they were trying to emulate Marvel. And I'm like, you don't understand the IP you purchased. You don't understand the IP you purchased. DC has never been like Marvel. At least, let's put it this way. When pre New 52 era, never been like they've always been darker than Marvel.
Yeah.
Always on, like, no pun intended, the dark side.
Yeah. And that's the whole thing, the whole brooding Batman thing and all that. And
yeah. So people are going, this is not my Superman, this is not my Batman. Okay, fine. There's other iterations, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I know essentially what comics Zack Snyder is pulling from, but if you don't like it, I'm not saying you don't have to like it, you have to like it, but I'm just saying, like, you know, there's Christopher Reeve over here.
Boom. Yeah, I prefer Christopher Reeve, so there we go.
Yeah, and there's Michael Keaton over here, or whatever other Batman he wants. So, but, like, again, going back to my original point, let Zack Snyder finish, then he's done. Bring in another director to direct the Flash movie, because you want to do something different at that point. Boom, you got the cinematic multiverse. It's essentially what they're doing, but now they're doing it in a way to fix the shit that they started in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
He had potential. Arguably, he's not that good, but he had a potential. But now I think they're definitely going to bring in someone else, and people are calling for Grant Gustin. So
they got to bring in anybody but him.
Yes. Okay. I got paid. It was good fun. Morrison concluded it didn't do the job they were looking for, which was to franchise things up and set things up and bring other characters in. Not everything needs to be a universe necessarily. There could be standalone films.
Yeah.
The Joker proved that. Now it's getting a sequel, but Joker should be a standalone film. Not everything needs a sequel. Not everything needs to be part of a what's it called?
Not everything has to be the friggin' MCU.
Yeah, I can't remember what word I'm looking for, but, like, you know, it's how they kind of, like, set something up in each movie. You don't have to keep setting anything up in each movie.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to ignore Steve's comment for a second because I see Chunk. He comes in, and I'm going to play the video for Chunk. Yes. Hello, Chunk. Are you trying to make me uncomfortable? Okay. It was a Flash story, so it wasn't where they wanted to go with multiverse and stuff, and that was the end of it. Even the Flash movie didn't have to be a multiverse movie, necessarily. It could have maybe alluded to it because Flash does do that shit.
Yeah.
But it didn't have to open up a cinematic multiverse. At least, if they had been doing things properly all along. As of writing, Miller's current location remains unknown. Yeah, a fact over which the actor took to their verified Instagram and then subsequently deleted their Instagram after taunting authorities.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you make of Morrison's disbelief at Miller's supposed turn to supervillain? The signs were there. The signs were there. Hell, like, if you're not going to include him choking a woman in Iceland, then at the very least look at what he's been doing in Hawaii and go, yeah, that was a big red flag. But yeah, people were acting surprised. So, you're trying to kill someone and rape their wife. Yeah. They should have stepped right then and there and removed him, pretty much.
Yeah. I mean, and slightly off topic, but boy, is the Fantastic Beast cursed. I mean, because they got this guy, and they fired
Yeah.
Johnny Depp, and they got all sorts of
Fire
PR
people like Johnny
disasters.
Depp, and you have Ezra Miller. Like, what
Yeah.
is the word?
Yeah. What's wrong with the planet?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm not gonna close that because the one Star Wars article is in there as well. But we're gonna go into the International Business Times. So we're still gonna kind of talk about Ezra Miller because it's not definite. It is not definite. No, where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so Flash star Ezra Miller may be fired from DCU after movie release. Well, he should be fired now.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you can have him on the press tour.
I don't even know how they can even have the friggin' movie. I mean, my gosh.
How was it, Vin Zinger? I mean, I think I was talking about this last night on my stream, and that is, if I were Warner Brothers, like the only reason that people would see this movie would be out of morbid curiosity because of what Ezra Miller is doing. So they would, in a way, have a good opening weekend. But after that, after the morbid curiosity, who's going to want to support this douchebag? Pretty much, no one's going to want to support.
I'm not going to pay money.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay money to go see that movie. So if I were Warner Brothers, I would, you know what, take a loss, take a hit on it, fire him, and fingers crossed that he gets like put away somewhere. And then what I would do is I would take some scenes that were already shot with him, and then when he goes into the multiverse, bring in Grant Gustin, and then he would become the Flash from then on.
You see, listen to Mara, people. Fans got we've got it. We know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
the people that are fans of this stuff.
From that point on, Grant Gustin becomes the Flash. The multiverse has been opened, and he becomes like the official Flash. So you still, in a way, would still have Ezra Miller, but he would have to be the starting point, and then the end point would be Grant Gustin, or someone else act as the Flash. But I'm saying most fans are calling for Grant Gustin, so I'm going to basically use him as an example. So, and from what I've seen before, they went really super identity politics with the current seasons of the Flash. From what I've seen, he's really good. So he could work. But yeah, so he might be fired. Ezra Miller might be fired. No, it's not official. Warner Bros. Has not really come out and said it, but likely it'll happen. So, Ezra Miller's role as the fastest superhero in the DCEU may come to an end following the release of upcoming movie Flash. The actor, who identifies as non-binary, has found himself at the center of several scandalous stories due to their erratic behavior. The recent scandals have reportedly caused Warner Brothers Discovery to rethink Miller's future with the movie franchise. Don't rethink it. Just fucking.
I was gonna say.
What was there to think about?
Yeah, another news. The sky is blue. Come on, people.
Another news. Water is wet. It's like what? But anyway, sources told Deadline that even if Miller managed to stay out of trouble, the studio would most likely replace the actor's role as the Flash in future films. However, recasting the role of Barry Allen won't help Warner Brothers with its current problem regarding the 2023 release of The Flash. Since the studio invested $200 million in the movie, Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav must decide what to do with the completed film starring Miller. Might have to take a loss. So, there's no winning this for Warner Brothers. It's an inherited problem for him. So, in the last 2 weeks, to sum up what Miller's been doing. In the last 2 weeks, Miller has made headlines after parents of two different individuals accused a 29-year-old actor of inappropriate behavior. Most recently, the mother of a 12-year-old Greenfield, MA is Maine, right?
I think so. Or is it Massachusetts? I think Maine is ME.
Okay, Maine is ME because it might be Massachusetts. Can't remember my state abbreviations. Was reportedly granted a temporary harassment prevention order after claiming the actor made improper gestures toward her child, a 12-year-old. Okay, now this is cringe in itself. The 12-year-old identifies as non-binary. They haven't hit puberty yet. They don't fucking know what they are.
But for an adult to what?
Yeah, but he's 29. This is a child of 12.
Yeah, no way. And
So
that's illegal.
Yeah. Okay, Massachusetts. All right, I couldn't remember. All right.
You see, you learn geography here.
Yeah. And last week, the parents of an 18-year-old named Tokata Iron Eyes requested a restraining order against the actor for brainwashing and grooming their child. Ezra uses violence, intimidation, threat of violence, fear, paranoia, delusions, and drugs to hold sway over young adolescent Tokata, the paperwork stated. And amid the scandal, Warner Brothers has yet to publicly comment on Miller's controversial behavior and his future in the Flash movie franchise. Like, again, with the like ignoring what I'm not saying as if this is not like an issue, but what he did in Iceland is one thing. This is completely another.
Yeah. He's not going to leave you alone.
Oh. What were you saying?
Oh, no, I was just agreeing with you. I mean, the silence is deafening. Oh, wait, that's what Trey Courtney.
Yes.
Sorry, no comment.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do. I'm gonna kind of keep an eye on this because if I can only say what I would personally do because I'm more on the Blump side. But I would just come out and say he has no future with the DCEU anymore.
Dude has no future. I mean, if he
really
pops his head up somewhere, he's going to get arrested. I mean, isn't that the thing? They've been trying to serve him, and they can't find him.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's basically tanking his career before he even starts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think. And now, I'm not saying this to be fair to him, but there have been cases where an actor has hit rock bottom, actresses hit rock bottom and come back years later. Case in point, Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but they weren't diddling kids.
They weren't this.
Yeah. They had drug problems and all that, but this is the unforgivable sin. You just can't.
Yeah, he's done. He's trash and he's done.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, those were the Ezra Miller articles. I'm gonna stop sharing that screen. So we're gonna keep an eye on this pretty much and see what Warner Brothers says. Like I said, if they were smart, they would cut ties with him. Mel Gibson is another one. Again, not to like this.
Yeah.
He did. Have a good night, Blabs.
Maybe he didn't do crimes against children. He had some issues.
Yeah. So. But okay. So we have Star Wars now. So we'll talk about the Star Wars accounts first, and then we'll go into the short bus level of stupidity that is the gamer. Regarding Star Wars. All right, so let me just share this screen. So, surprise, surprise, they're going the Last Jedi route, and they've been given the official Star Wars Twitter account gives approval to dogpiling of fan who responded to Pride Month cover by asking for franchise to remain apolitical. And they respond like, there are more of us.
Ugh.
All it's asking is to remain apolitical, meaning no politics either way.
Yeah.
No politics either way. And I'm the same way. Now, I know where my politics lie, and people who watch my streams, whether it's here or on Twitch, can most likely gauge my politics.
Yeah.
But I keep them out 99% of the time, depending on the story I'm covering, because I don't believe in talking any politics.
Yeah.
Especially on Twitch, because you're there to watch me play a game. You're not there to hear me lecture you on anything that I agree or disagree with politically.
Yeah.
But
well, here's the thing, and I feel this way about all this. Obviously, we all have our own personal sense of morality and blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. You know, what makes a family, whatever. But if it doesn't have anything to do with what you're doing, like Star Wars or something. I'm always of the opinion, why are these companies, why are these properties going beyond the scope of what they are doing? Like, it would be as though, let's just say I ran the Star Wars account and I started talking about Jesus. You know what I mean? It's like, no, that's not what's the account is for. That's not what it's all about. If you want to talk about Jesus, go to Jesus is Us, whatever account, EWTN, one of those. But that's how I view a lot of this stuff.
Yeah. He's like, Paul, I'm not saying this because I have I'm still a Christian, so I'm like people. But for me, generally, like what you said, is if it doesn't have anything to do with what I'm doing, like say I brought up my Twitch accounts that has nothing to do with me playing Call of Duty Vanguard. Like, why would I bring up politics or religion in that point?
Precisely. Like, okay, if you want to hear some of that stuff in your, on the Pope, looking at the Pope's Twitter account, okay, you're going to hear about Jesus, but not necessarily Star Wars. And that's a good point that you make. Like Call of Duty, let me tell you about the Lord.
Yeah, let me tell you about the Lord as I'm shooting people in a game.
Yeah, or families, or politics, or anything. And that's not even what this is all about.
No. But we'll go into this, and then, like I said, I was telling Teresa the headline for the Gamer article. We got I'm trying not to talk about Star Wars, but it seems like no matter what, every time I turn around, they're doing this shit. So, but anyway, despite the brand's constant virtue signaling against harassment and bullying, oh, you mean they're hypocrites?
Yeah.
I need to pretend to be shocked clip. The official Star Wars Twitter has given approval to its followers running a fan off of the social media platform after said fan responded to the account's sharing of Pride Month cover for Marvel Star Wars comic by asking that the franchise just remain apolitical. No politics, either side.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want Star Wars, I don't want them to get
start going MAGA on us or anything.
Yeah, don't go full leftist, but don't go full MAGA either. I want that in Star Wars because it's a galaxy far, far away. Why would I want to hear about the stuff that I can read about in a newspaper or online in a fantasy? It's sci-fi, basically a space opera.
Yeah.
Where does it belong? It belongs nowhere there.
Yeah.
I thought punching down was bad. Yeah.
But yeah, punching down is bad as long as it's only from a certain point of view.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, this is only from a certain point of view, pretty much. Promoting the issues released that same day, and the artwork is just atrocious.
Yeah.
On June 14th, the official Star Wars Twitter account shared the standard cover to the 24th issue of Marvel Star Wars Bounty Hunters, and surprise, it's Pride Month, so of course, lesbian partners Tonga and Laosha are on the cover. Lesbian partners. Okay. First off, Star Wars fan, there have been characters like this in Star Wars before. There have been bisexual characters in Star Wars before. No one has given a shit.
Yeah.
This is all for virtue signaling points because it's Pride Month.
Precisely. Well, it's like everyone virtue signal month. I mean, that's really what it is. Because, they'll be very happy to signal pride to everybody except for their accounts in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, yeah. Surprise, yeah.
Or
There's a gift of Kenobi jumping off the balcony and dying. Yeah, perfect for a Star Wars reaction. That's pretty much how I feel.
Yeah.
So here it is. Okay, here's the tweets. I almost commented on this by saying, weren't you the ones that removed the lesbian kiss from Rise of Palpatine?
Precisely.
To appease a certain country. What's that country's name? And here's the cover. Look at that artwork.
Ugh.
I'm looking at this, and then I saw I think some of my comics, and I'm like, what happened to Marvel? What happened to DC? Didn't you like? Don't you have any artists at all? Hey, Sam.
They're going for the lowest common denominator.
Yeah, yeah, and exactly. That's why I'm like mentioning 2 Mandalorians in the original canon. Gay. Nobody gave a shit because what that wasn't the defining characteristics for either one of them. Hey, Obsidian. Yeah, gotta have the side shave. Always with the same haircut.
Yeah, what's
Amidst an outpouring of both support and criticism for its sentiments, user Finley, I'm not going to read all that. I'm not going to read all that. Reply to the tweet with the assertion, "Don't make Star Wars political." Yeah, don't make Star Wars political. Hello, good to see you, Myria Sphere. Good to see you. Okay, just don't make Star Wars political. Just simply don't make it political. He's not saying a specific type of politics. He's just saying don't make it political. Which,
I mean, we're supposed to be
that individual. I don't know. I'm guessing it's a male.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in a galaxy far, far away. We want to be taken away from all this stuff.
Exactly, as I said, I don't want it to be uber leftist, and I don't want to be uber like right or anything like that. Like, keep SJW and MAGA shit out. I don't want anything to reflect the reality we're living in.
Yes.
Hey, Nick. Hope everyone's well in the chat. Thank you for all hanging out with us. So singling this individual out of the crowds of many who were making the same requests, the official Star Wars Twitter then fired back, "One, queer characters existing isn't political. We never said it was, but you doing this shit is making it political because you are virtue signaling." And moving to presents the tired and disingenuous argument that the presence of political themes are the exact same thing as an overt political soapboxing. They added, "Star Wars is literally in our name. Wars is literally in our no shit, Sherlock."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I the people that are like, Star Wars has always been political, and I'm like, no, Star Wars has always been allegorical, alluding to politics, but those politics were in line with the galaxy they existed in. They weren't George Lucas. Okay. George Lucas, you could like say the illusion of like political illusion in say Return of the Jedi was the Vietnam War in a way, with the rebels and the Ewok kind of being like the guerrilla factions, and the Empire being the North Vietnamese, things like that, whatever.
Yeah.
But George Lucas never came out and beat you over the head with like any political messages in it.
Yeah.
Anything like that. You could see the inspiration, the allegory, but it was never in your face.
No. I mean, and he also, it wasn't like, what was it? It was 1977. So you could very clearly tell that Darth Vader wasn't supposed to be exactly like Richard Nixon, or Watergate. There was nothing like that took it out of time.
Yeah. Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. And again, like another political illusion would have been the rise of Hitler. If you look at if you look at the prequels, but if you look at Chancellor Palpatine, Hitler before he was Führer was Chancellor.
Yeah. Yeah. But even so, that not even that felt like it was too on the nose. Well, and also because that's also a universal symbol, especially in the 20th century, the Yahtzees and all of that stuff was a symbol of totalitarianism.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying it was like political. I'm saying like you could see the illusion, but then like you could also like mirror like illusions to other totalitarian dictators, their rise pretty much, because they always started like before they officially before it officially became like an authoritarian government, they would always go through the political ranks normally. and then subvert those ranks, and then become the dictator.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Chancellor Palpatine. I'm saying, like, you could see the illusions, but it wasn't exactly, like I said, in your face.
Yeah. Precisely. Oh, speaking of in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Immediately, she put the lollipop in her mouth too.
Now, I'm trying to get through this thing.
Mm. Actually, George Lucas said the prequel trilogy was more based on the fall of Rome.
I'm saying you could see universally allegory to Rome, allegory to the Hitler's rise, allegory to Stalin's, emperors and dictators. Pretty much how they kind of go through the political hierarchy. Then officially take over essentially.
Yeah, it even happens in the Silmarillion with Sauron.
Yeah.
At Numenor.
So, and I'm saying again, but it wasn't exactly on the nose. This is what I am referencing here.
People seem to mistake inspired by with based on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So there's that tweet right there.
Yeah.
Their account brought to the attention of Star Wars numerous stands. I've had dealings with those little fuckheads on Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Was soon inundated with both accusations of bigotry and further attempts to run with the official accounts above attempt to redefine the colloquial use of political. Okay? No. Okay, I gotta read this like a stan. Alright?
Oh no.
Star Wars' existence is purely because of politics. Oh my god. People just hate the LGBTQ plus for whatever reason and make up shit to justify their hatred of us. A sad, sad life to live. OMG.
People like that is actually the ones that make it justified in a way.
Yes. Oh my god.
Well, nobody hated on Jabba.
No.
He's an hermaphrodite, and Juhani in KOTOR, she's bisexual.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
She falls in love with both female or male Revan.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, here's another one. I gotta read it like SJW.
SJWs are sexy. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Okay, but Carl says, oh my god, look, another person confusing political with challenging my myopic, likely bigoted worldview. I use big words from a thesaurus, so I sound smart. Oh my god.
Ugh.
And he's listening to film. That's the...
Yeah.
He's listening to a visual entertainment medium.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how you miss things.
Hey, Keely. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love the way they just go to that. It's like, oh, bigoted worldview. If all you have to do is just, all the person said was don't be political.
It's called, it has a term now. It's called bigoteering.
Ah, okay.
Good one.
It's in the Urban Dictionary.
All right, okay. Okay. Thai. Maybe that's how it's pronounced Thai. All right. Okay. I just know Kathleen Kennedy sat down this year and said, you know what? This franchise isn't taking any shit from its fans anymore. And here we are, folks. A base as fuck response from the official Twitter account. Yas Queen Slay.
Oh, this is painful.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's someone shoot them.
All right. Drew McWeeny. All right. Damn, Finlay. You just got bodied by Star Wars. That was straight up humiliating, dude. Congratulations on never understanding the media you consume. Yes, I love when they come and tell us we've never understood the media that we've watched for like decades.
Yeah.
Look at the profile picture. That there is someone who has trouble understanding things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching this since I was almost literally a toddler. I was 3 when I went to see Star Wars for the first time. Oh wait, no, and everyone knows how old I am. But for crying out loud, yes, I never understood it after all these years.
You know what's actually scary is when we grew up, right? Most of us understood the story perfectly fine when we were 6 to 8 years old.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, it's one of the most simplified stories ever made, but by design. And then now you have people, yeah, you see it all the time. They just don't understand a damn thing.
No, but then they tell us that we don't understand. So.
Oh yeah.
Ultimately, in the face of this outpouring of condemnation, this individual fully deleted their Twitter accounts.
Which is what they probably accuse him of, driving Rose Tico off Twitter or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was in support of one such tweet that the account eventually approved of this pile-on. Here it is. Retweeting the official Star Wars account's initial call-out of the individual, this person says, Thank you, Star. I can't do it without a list. Thank you, Star Wars. Thank you, at Lucasfilm, for getting ready to box. Thank you, KK Slay Queen, for enough is enough. Star Wars is for everyone. It doesn't work if we just stand by. Thank you, at Star Wars, for not just standing by anymore.
Star Wars is for everyone except those who financed and supported the franchise for 30 years.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are these bots, the bots that you always hear about? Because now every time I see these things, I wonder if they're actually real people, or if
they're either bots, or I would imagine there is a way for you to pay for not follows, but account, basically certain accounts, and people do control them, but they're paid to do it in a certain way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to give the illusion that you have the support that you really don't.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think John Talks busted Disney a few years ago that they had been using a company in India to boost the scores for some movies on IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
They did a whole stream of it, going through the accounts that are given top reviews and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would not put them past them. Paying for Twitter followers.
You can.
Same way.
There's a way to do it. You can even buy. You can even buy followers for Twitch. There's a way to do it.
Yeah. Just pay them through PayPal.
Yeah. In turn, the official Star Wars account proudly declared, "There are more of us."
Oh, what a sick! See, that's just rude. No matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's more of them, then it's okay to
bully
dogpile. Basically, they're saying that
it's like they're all against harassment and bullying, and they just harassed and bullied an individual off of Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like a threat.
Yeah, it's okay when they do it, and also as a dog whistle too. It's like, okay, go get him, boys.
It's like when Pedro Pascal quote tweeted Steph.
Yep.
The dog whistle, because he knew his followers had notifications on, and they would see his tweets.
Yeah.
So they do this knowing that they have enough of a following if they're going to see the tweets, and it's almost like, again, Pavlov's dogs. Ring the bell, they start salivating.
Disney fans did something similar to what's her name, Trayla. She had said something about Revan. Some blue checkmark Star Wars person didn't know who Revan was.
Mm-hmm.
She said, how can you work for Disney Star Wars or something if you don't even know who Revan is? And then dogpiled.
Yeah, again, how could you? I'm not saying you have to know every single character from the EU, but Revan's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if there's a top 10 EU character list, Revan would be on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if it's your full-time job, it's your job to find out everything about it.
Yeah. Like I said, you don't know every detail necessarily, but at least know.
Yeah.
So if someone says Revan, you have you're working for the company, you have a good idea of who that character is. You might not know every single detail about that character. depending on how long you work for the company, but at least know, oh, they're talking about Revan, and Revan is this.
Yeah. Well, and KOTOR was so big too. I mean, so that's the thing. It wasn't just your any old EU thing. It was also a very, very popular video game.
Yeah, it got a sequel. Well, two sequels technically with the MMO, but novels, about 50 or 60 comics set in that era.
Darn right.
Kind of a big deal.
All right. So the account would reiterate this stance to user Estar Guarstia, what the fuck ever. Ostensibly, in response to a video shared by multiple users wherein she can be seen responding to the assertion by popular fandom YouTuber Star Wars Theories that if we're getting Star Wars, it has to be perfect, by declaring that he sounds like an ungrateful little child, in my opinion. This is what happens when you start kind of shilling, and you don't keep up with the approved groupthink.
What? They even sent him a jacket he was posing with.
Yeah.
Now they're turning on him.
Thirsty Star Wars. This Latina queen ain't playing. Hashtag Obi-Wan Kenobi. And has that. Plus, he sounds like an ungrateful little child, in my opinion.
What?
And then this user says, there are more of us. Again, like responding Star Wars, there are more of us.
Oh, what a... Maybe it was the intern. You know how they always say that interns are the ones that say stupid stuff? Because that's just rude on so many different levels. It's not professional. It's snarky. No. It's like the kind of crap the 12-year-olds say on the playground.
Yeah. You know what? We were all there when Lucas owns Star Wars, right? Stuff like that, stuff like this never happened.
No.
Back then it was the customer was always right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have never once ever heard George Lucas say anything bad to the fans or about the fans. And if I have, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he ever did. Even when, a lot of people didn't like Jar Jar and all that, he never went off on the fans like this.
No, he had to go at the media.
Yes, the media
were worse than the fans. Like, fans didn't like the characters, but the media were worse.
Yeah, the media were calling him racist and stuff. I remember they said that he was Jar Jar was like prissy. I mean, it was really insulting to the actor who played him too. But
they were doing skits too.
Yeah.
But never did George Lucas talk down to the fans like that.
Yeah, that's the end of the article. It says, "What do you make of the Star Wars approving running off a fan on Twitter?" Well, it's Star Wars now. This is Star Wars now, and until it burns to the ground, it's going to be what we're seeing from here on out.
They're going to lose a lot of money because Lucasfilm has taken this stance where it's us against them, which is over half of the, probably more than half the fan base.
Yeah. So unless they just figure they don't care, they figure they've already lost us, so they can just be grade A douchebags. Because remember, stupid Mandalorian jerk face, he never got in trouble for those horrible things he said when he called half the country Nazis and Confederates.
He's in line with the approved group thing, pretty much. He's on the right political side, essentially.
Yeah.
I think this is gonna backfire because the political spectrum always is like a pendulum. And in the last decade, it swung all the way to the left almost. When it comes back, it's going to swing hard.
Yeah,
it's going to swing far to the right. And
it's starting,
yeah.
but not
people
quite
are taking receipts.
Yeah.
So
we got one more Star Wars article. That's from The Gamer. Not one of our two favorite authors. It's another author, but it's still just as cringe.
They have more than two?
Yeah. You would think. But what does Star Wars fans actually want?
This boils my blood.
Yeah, Reva seems to address all the, quote, valid complaints, and they put it in quotes. Star Wars fans had about previous female characters, but it's still not enough. What do they want?
What?
Valid complaint? As someone who can act, maybe? And you know what's weird, though? She was like 10 during Order 66. When you see the flashback. So
guess
that
so.
character should be about 20 because it takes place 10 years after Order 66. And she looks 40.
Yeah, well,
Well,
But
you know
let's
more
go
about the
on to-
show than I do. I haven't watched it.
I've been watching Rhino,
yeah,
Oh,
or listening. It gets loud.
he does. I'm surprised he's not in the chat because I figured he'd be triggered by this. But anyway, so the Star Wars sequel trilogy suffered from an identity crisis right out of the gate. Each new installment seemed to try and make up for the, quote, sins of its predecessor. And in turn, the portion of the fan base that screamed the loudest kept moving the goalposts.
No, the
Bullshit.
goalposts been pretty steady.
Mm-hmm. All right. The Force Awakens premieres and it's labeled a New Hope clone. It literally was. They played it safe. So they make a huge departure from the originals in The Last Jedi, but then it's an insult to the fans. Yeah, because they shit on everything that came before.
Yeah.
Then it all culminates in the rise of Skywalker, an awkward 2.5-hour retcon apology tour. Towards the end, neither side of the divide was happy with the trilogy.
They didn't retcon shit. Well, they retconned the OT and the PT.
Yeah. Well, and they did go back on the Rey didn't have any parents by making her a Palpatine.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, they also had a hyperspace ramming in Episode 9.
Yeah. But anyway,
see it in the background.
All right, so even putting that split aside and assuming that the majority opinion is that Rian Johnson's take on the series sucked, I don't even think this crowd knows what it wants anymore. It knows what it doesn't want, and that's about it. And a loud part of this crowd has quickly become one of the worst, most abusive fandoms out there.
Oh.
Who's being abused, though?
I was going to say.
All right. First off, they were mad that Finn was a black stormtrooper.
Who? Who were mad about that? I don't remember that.
They tried to justify the racism with lore by saying that clone troopers aren't black, but that didn't work because Finn clearly wasn't a clone trooper. No, people were just confused because they had been watching the prequels and now he had this huge jump, and in their minds, the clone troopers become the stormtroopers, therefore the stormtroopers should be the clones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all they were thinking. They were wondering why they didn't look like Tamora Morrison.
Precisely. Yeah, no.
That's all.
A crap, they were black.
And it was from people who were essentially normies. They did not follow the entirety of the lore, so they were kind of confused.
Yeah.
It wasn't about him being black or anything like that.
Yeah,
It
precisely.
was just they thought it would be a clone because that's the clone troopers, like I said, become the stormtroopers initially.
Mm-hmm.
Until they started, they had to kind of replenish the ranks and just conscript everyone in the galaxy to be a stormtrooper.
Yep.
But no one had a problem with him being black.
No.
But they're running with this narrative again.
Well, was it the only people that had a problem with him being black? Apparently, was Lucasfilm because they had to make him just teeny tiny in the background for the Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
then it
put him
was
in the back of the bus.
Literally.
Then it was, I'm not racist. It's just forced diversity, whatever that means. The only time that we would say it's forced diversity is when they were there championing the fact that they had a black stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm.
No one cared.
Yeah.
No one cared.
And if I recall the marketing for The Force Awakens and stuff, they weren't putting him out there as, look, we have a black character in Star Wars. They didn't do that. That really kind of started later.
Yeah.
It started with Episode 8.
Yeah, with Rose Tico and stuff.
Yeah. So I'm saying it's whenever they started virtue signaling, that's when we were like, no, that's forced diversity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then in 2017, Kelly Marie Tran and Laura Dern were the targets.
No, they weren't.
The abuse directed at Tran, in particular, was so horrific that she was driven off of social media. Again with this bullshit narrative.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Baka totally debunked that.
Yeah, and where's the receipts? If it was that bad, they could have...
They could have shown us.
We're in an age where you can take screenshots,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much, and save that as proof. No screenshots whatsoever. No receipts.
Kelly Marie Tran is a very good actress. It was just the writing of the character. It was...
Yeah.
Rian Johnson even said it. He wrote a character that wouldn't fit in Star Wars. It was intentional.
Yeah.
and took a beautiful woman and made her as ugly and unattractive as he could.
Looked like a potato sack.
Yeah.
I mean, even her hairstyle was to make her look far fatter
Yeah.
than she was. I mean, she's not fat at all, but they tried to make her look fat.
Yeah, and the outfit she was wearing, nobody has worn an outfit like that in Star Wars ever.
Mhm.
She was the first one.
Yeah. Again, it was all, I'm not racist, I just didn't like Rose. Her sister was cool. Well, then that means they're not racist. They like the sister, and she's Asian as well. So they just don't like the character.
I also remember when they announced Rogue One, people were going, "Oh, we get to see Kyle Katarn and Jan Ors. Jan Ors is Asian."
Yep.
Then they changed the name slightly and whitewashed her.
Not to mention making her a bad driver. Yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yep.
That was so bad.
The one who had no lines and died 10 minutes into the movie? That's the appropriate amount of diversity, I guess. Yeah,
She
because
had
we seemed like a
lines.
cool character.
Yeah, she actually had more story, more tension, and more
More
acting.
impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those people did was free some horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Disney seemingly caving into their demands, Rose's role was significantly smaller in The Rise of Skywalker. In her place, we got awkwardly stitched together Leia scenes, either using old footage or bad CGI, and a fuck ton of fan service. Okay, no
What
no
fan
legitimate
service?
journalist would use fuck ton in an article.
Yeah. And not only that, how dare they talk about Carrie Fisher like that? In no way was Carrie Fisher being used, her image being used in this movie to replace Rose Tico. What the hell?
Yeah.
No one ever claimed that.
Yeah. In other words, this crowd got exactly what they had been asking for. Rey being related to another main character, Palpatine somehow returning, Force Ghost shenanigans, Chewie getting his goddamn medal, etc. Okay, don't.
Nobody asked for Palpatine back because that just destroyed episode 1 through 6.
Yeah, and have a little bit of respect here.
Yeah,
right?
that was like a meme. The thing about him not getting the medal.
Yes. And it still wasn't enough. And in their defense, yeah, it sucks. Because a movie without any vision that is purely made to address every nitpick that Reddit had is a bad idea, but it has that stopped fans? Of course it hasn't.
Oh, here, have some more abuse, everyone.
Yeah, so we're the problem still.
Yeah. I guess we're supposed to just bend over and say, "Please, sir, may I have some more?"
Yeah, pretty much. Please, sir, may I have another? Even the fans that don't use slurs seem to spend a lot of time defending those that do. Who here has defended anybody using a slur?
No.
I probably have, but then again, I'm not up to date on what's a slur anymore because it changes every week.
Lucasfilms used a writer from Pixar to write the last 2 episodes of the season. Oh God! Thank you, Mike Hill.
Yeah.
All right, but again, like barring not knowing what is and what's not a slur, like no one has, at least that I've seen, has actively defended anybody who has used slurs.
Yeah.
Oh, not racist slurs. No.
Yeah, that's usually what people are referring to when they talk about slurs. Yeah.
But I meant,
Yeah, like no one, like someone
calling someone an SJW or whatever.
Yeah, or brain dead. Those are the kind of things you do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I call them brain dead.
No one used any racist slurs, and anybody who did would be rightfully, I don't want to say piled on, but basically put in their place.
Yeah.
You don't use it.
This isn't the friggin' 1920s.
Yes. Consistently, the fan base has been more outraged with actors disavowing racists than the racists themselves.
No.
Are they bringing up Gina Carano now?
She was pretty much saying the same thing as the Auschwitz Memorial.
Yeah.
Almost word for word.
And the response isn't just an indictment of how disgusting this fandom can be. It also shows that they are happy to move the goalpost around if it means they can keep attacking anything they deem woke.
No goalpost has been moved.
The only ones moving the goalpost has been Disney.
These effers.
Star Wars, the anti-fascist saga where the enemies are literally stormtroopers, is now woke.
What?
Answers on a postcard for what it might have been in the first place. I can't yell because it's too late.
This person's a dumbass.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which.
It's like, you know what? It's like they have a test if you want to be a journalist at that site. And you have to take an IQ test. And if you score above 55, you're not qualified.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was about ready to say the only time I've really seen any racial slurs have been people using racist slurs against people like, our friends Jaman Janai and Mark with a C. They're the only racist slurs I've seen.
Lorena's gotten some too.
Oh gosh, yes, Lorena. Holy
yeah,
God.
Trey's been called Uncle Tom on Twitter.
Yeah, they say terrible things to them.
Recently, Reva actress Moses Ingram shared that she has received hundreds of racist messages, but yet has only shared like 4.
Yeah, I've only seen. I think we saw 3, and one of them had nothing to do with race.
Yeah, and one actually made me chuckle. I'm not saying it was like necessarily like it's like shit. Like it was a troll, pretty much, but like it made me chuckle. But they're worse. Like that side is worse.
Yeah, I was going to say the ones that we saw were the ones against Imagine. The ones that I saw were just unbelievable. But I mean, and I'm not saying that she didn't receive crap. I mean, people are horrible, horrible people. But then to go and indict the entire Star Wars fan base for something that some weirdo troll's done that probably doesn't even watch Star Wars.
Yeah, like. No, that's their like whole thing. It's like basically just poke the bear. That's it. And even death threats from Star Wars fans. Again, not saying that she didn't, but at the same time, it's like not release any proof. You can release a screenshot and still black out the person's name if you don't want to dox them.
That's true.
But no proof. We're just going off her word. And the Lucasfilm backing her, pretty much. Since then, the numerous actors have backed Ingram, including Ewan McGregor. Much like the last 2 examples, fans are justifying their hatred of the actress with lore.
Not true. Oh, I'm sorry. I just have to jump right in here. Not true. Nobody has justified hatred of the actress. If there's something that I hear over and over again, it's like not against the actor. We know it's not the actor's fault. They have to do this shite. And when people are saying things about lore, they're saying it about the character. But no one I know and no one I've seen has ever said it's okay to hate the actor. Except for one total psycho, but that's different.
Is people back up why she's lore breaking? Because the story doesn't add up, nor does the continuity or anything.
Yeah.
And Ewan McGregor defending her, he's one of the producers. He has to.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. But still cringe when he did it.
Yeah, well, and understand that because Hayden Christensen, same thing. If a reporter or someone, or if your producers or anyone are going to say, hey, your co-star got some racist crap. What do you think about that? Of course, you're going to say that's terrible. Don't be doing that.
Yeah.
But no one has ever justified attacking the actor using lore. That is a bald-faced lie.
Yeah, well, never let the truth get in the way of a narrative, pretty much.
That's true.
And that's the narrative they're going with.
Yeah.
And even death threats. Since then, the numerous actors have backed Ingram, including Ewan McGregor. Again, he's a producer; he has to, pretty much. I'm not saying like he wouldn't if he wasn't a producer necessarily, but he's the producer of the show, so kind of has to come out and say something. Much like the last 2 examples, fans are justifying their hatred of the actress, but that doesn't hold up when the abuse had already started before the show's premiered. Oh, did it now?
No, I don't recall. I recall them warning everyone and telling everyone it was going to happen. They were telling us like a few weeks beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they played the racist card before anyone even said something, which is basically inviting trolls.
Mm-hmm.
They know
so
what
it's like one of those where it's like they bring it on themselves in a way, not defending any like of these trolls, But if they hadn't said anything, no one would have said anything.
No.
It also doesn't work when so many of the comments are about her and her character's skin color.
What?
I haven't heard anyone say anything about her skin color.
I've only seen the SJWs use that. Oh, you don't like her because of the skin color. That's where it gets mentioned.
Yeah. One YouTube video that made the rounds before the show's premiere called Ingram and Darky. Again, no one would defend that.
No one did. And
that happened.
Yeah.
Ingram herself has
one
received
defended
messages that call her a diversity hire, which she is, and the N-word.
Unacceptable. I mean, no one thinks that's okay.
No. One tweet that encapsulates this reads, "The people who believe this narrative that Star Wars fans are racist seem to be forgetting that the fact there have been beloved black characters and actors in the franchise for decades with no issues at all." Illustrating their point, the fan attaches images of John Boyega, Samuel L. Jackson, Billy D. Williams, and Donald Glover, ignoring the fact that this argument is just, oh fucking hell.
Oh, what the?
Again, it goes back to like when someone calls you racist and like, how can I be racist? I have black friends, or I have Asian friends, I have Latino friends. You know, it's like it doesn't matter. You're still racist. I can't have those friends and be racist.
It's impossible. And I mean, I think we all have dated someone of the opposite race.
Yeah.
I
don't want to.
Oh. But it's I'm in Norway.
That's true. Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but then people would probably say that doesn't prove you're not racist.
Yeah.
Well, I played D&D with 2 women that are half Arab, and one was a Native American.
Yeah.
I don't know. I suck at racism.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm actually one of you, just 1,000 years removed from Scandinavia. So I don't have any diversity in me. I have pasty white. But yeah, that's 1 out of 4.
It might have been, but anyway, basically they're, again, like, you know, proof that like we've had no issue with black characters, but it's like the whole argument, I have black friends, so I can't be racist, but then you still are racist.
Mm-hmm.
And again, just the fans have no idea what a good black character would be by their standards.
Oh, for one, see, this is just what's so ridiculous. I mean, because it actually does. Okay, it does prove the fact that we obviously don't have a problem with black characters, because if we did, we wouldn't love Lando Calrissian, who is probably the coolest new character, the one from Empire Strikes Back. I had a Lando Calrissian. We had to get like 2 of them so we could share among the siblings.
Hey,
yeah. Oh,
I would never.
But here, look at this comment. Look at this. Mace Windu, for example, is brilliant, but plays a fairly minor role in the original trilogy. Fucker, he died in the 3rd movie. He wasn't in the OT.
Original trilogy. I was gonna say, you dumbass.
Yeah, and he got a novel too, and it was very featured in the awesome Republic comics.
I was going to
say Laura and I covered on her channel for a year and a half.
The main stars of the 3 films are all white.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is.
The same can be said for Lando in both of his iterations, and we've already been over the fact that Boyega was bombarded with racism as soon as his role was announced. Again, just disproved that because it wasn't racism, it was just confusion.
Yeah, and the only thing I ever heard, especially after The Last Jedi, was, oh my gosh, I can't believe how you screwed over the character of Finn by making him a buffoon and a janitor in the 2nd movie. We wanted him to be the next Jedi, for feck's sake. I thought he was going to
be like a la Kyle Katarn in a way. Like not actual Kyle Katarn, but trained by Luke.
Yeah. And I must admit, I liked him and Rey in the 1st movie. I thought they actually had some chemistry. I thought they were going to hook up.
Did.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
as for the white cast, though, I mean, 2 of the main characters in the OT are twins.
Yeah. So
and 2 of the main characters in the prequel trilogy are their parents.
Yeah. So kind of have like 2 out of 3. It's like that's like there it is. And Obi-Wan Kenobi was white, so you gotta have a white actor playing him.
Yeah.
In the prequels.
And here's the other thing: even if we want to look into Disney Star Wars, no one complained about the black characters in The Mandalorian, for example. So it's like, yeah, and then also in Rogue One, no one complained about those. I mean, heck, I don't think there was. Well, wait, the only white star was the main character, right? They whitewashed from the Asian.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And so it's just like,
and
so
even then people complained about her being white because they took away from Jan Orr's an Asian woman.
Yeah, because we wanted her to be Asian.
It's like, so we're racists.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey Courtney is mentioning Jolie Bindo.
Yeah.
The KOTOR game. He is awesome.
Not to mention the EU, even though technically, it doesn't count, but I mean, there were loads of characters of diverse backgrounds.
So what makes a good black character? Going by this argument, they either have to have very little screen time or wait long enough for another black actor to be the focus of their abuse instead.
Oh gosh, straw man.
Then they'll retroactively decide they were fine all along. For the sake of arguments, let's look at the justification from fans who aren't bringing up Ingram's skin color. Here's another tweet that bends over backwards to explain the fans' actions. 1 minute she can read minds, next minute she knows Anakin is Vader. She constantly breaks the rules like a child and isn't reprimanded by the Grand Inquisitor. Comments a fan adding a laugh or crying emoji. They've taken the leader of the Inquisitors and made him also some robotic, non-imploding bad guy.
Which is fair.
I have asked, for those who are watching the show, how the fuck does she know that Anakin is Vader? Because generally, in the EU, anybody who found that out was killed on the spot by Vader.
There's no reason why she should.
I'm saying there's no reason why she should. So how does she know and still be alive? Is my point. Because Vader, if anybody caught wind of his real identity, they were killed on the spot.
Yeah. Well, she survived the Temple massacre during Order 66 for some reason, even though Anakin should have sensed she was alive, because Jedi can do that. But if someone referred to him as Lord Vader during that massacre, then she would have known.
Yeah.
But I don't think they did that. So
yeah,
no, if he survived it, that means he wasn't anywhere near anybody to be calling him Lord Vader. And even then, how would you put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah, no. I mean, from what I understand, the only people that knew were Yoda, Obi-Wan, and I think Bail knew. Bail Organa knew.
Yeah, well, Bail would have had to have known.
Yeah.
He's saving Leia, so he would have had to have known.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to say. Those are the 3 that are confirmed. So yeah.
I actually checked the Wikipedia article for Disney Star Wars canon. I looked at Vader, and it said shortly after Anakin became Vader, he was presented in front of the Imperials, and after that, he became a very visible symbol of the Empire.
Yep.
Galaxy-wide. So if Bail Organa saw Vader, I mean, he would have seen him on the news, basically.
Yeah, the HoloNet.
Then he should have called Kenobi and gone, hey, Anakin's live. But he waited 10 years, and he didn't even tell him on the show.
Yeah. I don't know how to play Bazak, so...
I have a PDF of that.
Okay, alrighty, let's go through this. If she's going to try to educate us.
Oh.
Yes, she can read minds. Force users have been known to do this. Not necessarily. Not everyone has the same abilities.
Yeah.
So just because you're a Jedi does not mean you can read minds.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily.
Like some are healers, some are other kinds of things. Yes.
Yes. So not everybody could do the Jedi mind trick. Not everybody could. It's not like one size fits all with Jedi. So you're not educating us, sweethearts.
No.
No. That's not how the Force. That's not how the Force works.
Yeah, it's like that's not how it works. You bastards.
It's true. Not many people know Anakin is Vader, but writers don't tend to tell the whole story in the first 2 episodes. Fucker, they're 5 in. How does she fucking know?
Well, she might have written the.
Okay, I did not watch Rhino's review. This is post episode 5 update. Told you so.
Mm-hmm.
No shit. But you still haven't. I from what I could tell, still haven't told us how she knows and is still alive. And technically, she's still alive, even Vader hasn't killed her.
Yeah. Well, and how she knows, but Obi-Wan doesn't know Obi-Wan blocked it out.
Even Leia should have known about Vader. You know?
Okay, I know how to play blackjack.
Oh
So.
yeah, blackjack. That's my game.
Okay. Breaks the rules like a child is an interesting way to say, quote, is frustrated that the job they're doing for their murderous boss who likes quick results is taking too long and therefore disobeys orders to get things done faster. So basically Vader is not doing things quick enough for her. Like the woman has to take the lead. That's what you're fucking saying?
What happened to was it Admiral Ozzel? When he tried to speed things up at Hoth?
Yeah.
Didn't go so well.
Nope. Also, fucker, Reva is not a Sith.
I was gonna say
she's not a Sith.
Nope.
There's only 2, you dumbass.
Yes. She was reprimanded by the Grand Inquisitor in both episodes. Oh, a whole 2 fucking episodes she was reprimanded. Yeah, that.
Well, that makes everything okay.
Actually, in Disney Star Wars, there's 3 because Filoni decided to bring Maul back.
Oh,
he survived being chopped in half because he was angry.
That's true.
Oh,
but in this sense, she's not a Sith.
Yeah.
No.
What do these fans even want at this point? I don't want shit from Star Wars anymore, but you got me talking about it.
Yeah, we want them leaving it alone.
They say they're fine with female characters. They just want them to be flawed.
Whoa. How many more straw men can this one
flawed characters in general are more interesting?
Yes. Plus that oh my god, then you risk a Mary Sue or a Gary Sue character if they don't have flaws, because humans have flaws.
Yeah. And it's not even so much that we want flaws. I mean, that's just a bit of a that's a bit of a straw man. Well, they also have to be written well. Like, even if they have flaws, they have to be written consistently and written compellingly and fucking written well.
Yes.
Also, there's if you have a character that's full of flaws to the point of being ridiculous, and then on the other end you have a Mary Sue, right? There's tiers between there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It used to be anyway.
Yeah. But Reva is flawed. She's just also very strong. Sometimes characters are stronger than other characters. It happens. So she's stronger than Vader is what you're saying.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. She can be stronger than other characters. It's the greatest villain probably in my lifetime of fiction. That's what we got a problem with.
Well, everyone seems to outsmart Vader now during Disney Star Wars. I mean, what's her name? Apra? Dr. Apra?
Oh, yeah.
Survived because Vader suddenly didn't use the Force choke anymore for that particular event.
Yeah.
So she survived. You have Ahsoka Tano managing to hold her own against what Filoni described was Vader in his prime. So you have a Padawan, someone who never became a Jedi Knight, holds her own against Vader. That's
technically, well, she held her own. Technically, like, she should have died there, and I think she did. But then she's Filoni's pet, so he had to find a way to bring her back. So
yeah, she died when the temple collapsed or something. It wasn't Vader who killed her.
So the way they did it, it didn't look like it was from the temple collapse, but because they didn't want to show us. Because the temple exactly didn't collapse; it closed.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, and it's not Filoni's pet; she's his blow-up doll.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, and then she beats Maul when she's unarmed, and she was only a teenager then.
And that's worse. So
yeah.
Other points made about her are that she's one-note, one-dimensional, and just angry all the time. Okay, those are opinions. Those are generally valid criticisms, but again, we're the bad guys here, or at least the current fandom is the bad guys who are talking about this and criticizing the show.
Which is all right.
The exact same thing can be said of Darth Vader up until Return of the Jedi.
Bullshit.
Well, Vader is also angry because of what they did with the armor, or rather the prosthetics. They were designed to cause him extra pain, to keep him angry.
Yep. And he was also angry because he found out the Palpatine lied to him about his child dying.
Mm-hmm.
Because he found out inadvertently. Boba Fett inadvertently revealed that fact to Vader. So, and what would have been an awesome shot to see live action, Vader just stands there, doesn't say a word. Boba Fett leaves, and the next thing you see are the cracks in the glass. It's of how angry he is. At that point, he plotted overthrowing Palpatine. So yes, he's going to be fucking angry. Yeah, we're just toxic, I know. But it isn't said because non-white characters, especially women, are held up to a much higher standard and have much more to prove.
Nope.
Rey's overpowered because she kind of beat Kylo in a fight in The Force Awakens. She should not have been able to hold her own.
Well,
she shouldn't have been able to turn on the damn lightsaber. Same thing with Finn.
Rey's being held to the same standard as the other chick. They just said that it's different for white characters. No, it isn't. The same for Rey. They just follow up with that.
Yeah, contradicted her own point right there. But Anakin isn't for being a pro pilot at the age of 9. Okay, first off, that's not Jedi skills. He had Force abilities that he hadn't realized he was tapping into.
Mm-hmm.
But pilot wielding a weapon that can kill you.
Yeah, against someone that's been using a lightsaber his whole life.
Yeah. First time you hold a lightsaber and you beat someone who's, well, I wouldn't say Kylo was exceptionally good at it, though. But
I don't have a PO box yet.
Yeah. But still, I mean.
Yeah. And even then, like, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch, but yeah. But, like, you know, him piloting a pod racer.
Anakin also says he's only finished a race once, I think.
Yeah.
So he keeps crashing.
He's not the best pilot. He's not a pro pilot.
Yep.
No.
He's not the favorite to win. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that makes hyper focusing on
the Bulba
actors totally okay, and getting abused is just part of that. Yeah. All right. You know what? I'm not going to go through this entire thing because I'm just like going fucking insane.
Yeah, but I'm still calling bullshit on the person just trying to say that Vader was one-dimensional until Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. There was always stuff going on there. There's a lot of the tensions in The New Hope, you know, between him and Tarkin and all that. And I mean, there was
the prequels was to flesh it out a bit too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that too.
All right, enough of that. All right, so we'll go into the Halo article, but I'm just going to not going to go in the entirety of that article. But I saw this after Lethal stream, and I thought, you know what, let's just like talk about it for a bit. Disney, the Paramount Halo show and Halo and Name Only show finished, and they're still on this. They're still on this shits because they're saying that it's important to get the helmet off early. All right. I'm not going to go through the entirety of this article. It's kind of like a Q&A thing that these actors were on. This Pablo Schreiber and Natasha McKellen talking about his story and continuing an over 20-year legacy. All right. I'm gonna scroll down to the quotes. I think it's down. Okay. All right. Season 1 of Halo is really the process of breaking down the symbol of Master Chief. Did not need to be broken down. People understood the character. All fucking ready. 20-year legacy of these games. People know the character. People who are fans of Halo know the character. Chief for the gamer is basically an avatar for himself. No. Again, fucking no. Chief, John 117, is his own character. He's not a stand-in for the gamer. It's not an RPG. It's not a created character. He is his own character that you are playing as, but it's following John's story. It's following the story of Halo. It's not choose your own fucking adventure. He is a stand-in where the character is created in an opaque and distant way so that you can fill in the subtleties of his personality with your own. Fuck you, Pablo.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I love what you're saying.
So to make a TV show about a character like that, we felt it was important to break that relationship with the audience. But Mission fucking accomplished. The audience hates your fucking shit. Trey's like, God fucking damn it, yes. That's Noble 6. Yes. A literal blank slate character where you don't even know if Noble 6 is a male or a female. That relationship that the audience has through the chief, break that early on. Well, there's something on Pablo I'd like to break off, but I'm not going to go into that.
Ooh.
So it was important to get the helmet off early and to really establish him as a human being underneath all of this armor. He's not an android. We know he's a fucking human.
You can do that by keeping the helmet on anyway.
And people understood. Even with his helmet on, people understood his emotions. People understood what he was thinking. That's the mark of good writing. The fact that
Here's the thing, though. The target audience don't understand that because they're dumb. It's a dumbed-down generation.
It is. And plus, Pablo needed to have his ugly puss on the screen. That's about it. That's the reason why the helmet comes off, because Pablo couldn't stand the fact that he Pedro couldn't stand the fact that he'd have to be in the helmet all the time. So gotta get their fucking face out there.
Narcissistic bastards.
Yeah, they are pretty much. The journey of the first season is Chief discovering some of his history and discovering for the first time what it feels to be human.
Pedro needed to show off his Saddam Hussein mustache.
Yeah. John knows where he comes from. There's a literal rule in the Halo universe. You do not lie to a Spartan. You do not lie to a Spartan because they will fucking turn on you. So Halsey was upfront with, even with the children, really upfront. Said, this is where you come from. This is why you're here. The UNSC program, Spartan program was up front with them. So they know where they come from and they know what they're being used for. All right? And 2, even with his helmet on, you could still feel the humanness, literal humanness of Master Chief, John. His name is John. We know this. By the end of the first season, I think we'll be in a place where we can take him forward into different and interesting storytelling adventures. You fucking threw out all the lore that came before it so you could create your own timeline. So, and the fact that you took the season literal nowhere with most of the characters, how are you going to take them forward into different interesting storytelling adventures? All right? And McKellen, they fucked her character over. They fucked over Halsey's character too. Made her a bitch. She wasn't exactly perfect. She wasn't a saint. But she sure as hell didn't think like the Covenant. But there it is. I want to read that quote and give my opinion on it, pretty much. But that's what they keep saying. They had to remove the helmet. When in fact, no, they didn't. And all they really had to do was hire the original voice actor, Steve Downs. Hire the original voice actor, because you're not removing the helmets. Get the original voice actor that people know and love. And hire like Michael J. White for the stunt work in the armor. Because I don't know if you know who Michael J. White is.
He's awesome.
Yes.
I'm not supposed to like him though, because I'm white, but I
Yes.
like him anyway.
Yeah, but he's a martial artist. He could do the stunt work in the armor, and that's all the Legacy fans would need, and as well on top of the good storytelling. He was Spawn, yes. It's all we would need: good storytelling, good representation of Chief and Halsey and Miranda and Jacob Keyes and Cortana. Stop adding these new characters that go nowhere, like Quan and Mackie. What purpose Mackie served, I have no fucking clue, because she died at the end of season 1. Spoiler alerts. She died at the end of season 1, and Quan, what the fuck is her purpose? Her character arc went nowhere.
Yeah. I know just from listening to you how that character is. The whole helmet thing. It's like why they're so obsessed with that. It's ridiculous.
Judge Dredd, or rather Dredd, kept the helmet on.
Or Kai. Kai's example had like a strong wham and Spartan, even though they were female Spartans in the lore that fans, including male fans, loved because they were awesome characters. But then you have Gun Grease Girl here, Kai. No one says a damn thing. She starts acting out of character because this this silver timeline. They implant these things in their ass cheeks to keep their emotions in check. Cortana helps Master Cheeks remove his.
Wait,
Kai
they have implants in the ass cheeks?
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They have Kai's watching this like a creeper. Removes her own. All right, removes her own. So starts acting out of character for a Spartan because she's supposed to keep her emotions in check, and then takes gun grease, which should turn her hair green, but turns it pink, and no one says a damn thing. She's so out of military regulations, no one says a damn thing. But my silver timeline, my strong wham Spartan. Oh, we gotta deconstruct Master Chief because we need to break him down. We need to make him human. Fucking hell. But anyway, that's it. That's why I want to rant about that. Because they're still on that. They're still on that. Pretty much.
Well, I feel for you and all the other people that seem to, that really have a fondness for Halo. Because y'all really got fucked without being kissed.
Yeah, I didn't even buy us dinner first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no grease.
Yeah. No lube.
Right in the implant.
No lube. Pretty much. But anyway, and I cannot take credit for that. That is like Lethal Lightning. He came up with that because they showed his ass cheeks in the show, so it's Master Cheeks. In general, yes, particularly because of 343 Studios. They're the ones that took control of it from Bungie. Because the Halo games, 1 through 3 are Bungie, and they're good. 4 and 5, no. Sorry. And then Halo Infinite tried to fix the shit to their credits, but still not that good, especially the end. But anyway. So, let's end on a funny note, because I would like to drink myself to sleep, but I can't. So
never a good idea.
Yeah. So we'll leave it down to a choice. I guess, Steve, if you want to roll a die, a D&D die, if you have them handy.
I do, actually.
We have 55 funny Father's Day jokes, because you have dad jokes for Father's Day, and 33 funny Father's Day quotes.
I'm a dad. It's my day today.
There you go. There you go.
Didn't think about that.
Yes, ODS and ODST. Yes. All right.
So I'm gonna roll a D6 then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is which?
Left to right is the dad jokes and the quotes.
Okay, so 1 to 3 is dad jokes.
Okay.
2.
All right, let's go into dad jokes.
Yay.
I never heard any of those before. This should be fun.
Yeah, and Reach was their last Halo game, so I'm saying like the games with around the 3 that were Bungie, those were good. When 343 took over, it's when it started going downhill. So Father's Day, 55 funny Father's Day jokes. All right? These are dad jokes, literally.
Yay. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right. Okay, so what did the cheese say to itself in the mirror? Hello, Umi. Is that a cheese? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't get that.
I don't know. So, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Dawn.
Dawn who?
Don't you recognize your own father? These are dad jokes, all right?
Okay.
So
I guess it should be like Doan, I guess.
Don't, yeah, I think they accidentally, I think it autocorrected.
Yeah.
So what nut makes a good, what nut makes a great partition?
What?
A walnut.
Oh.
What's brown and sticky?
Uh-oh. I don't know.
A stick.
Oh, sticky.
Okay. What do seals use to keep their fur straight?
What?
A seal iron. A seal iron. They say play on seal iron, a sea lion.
Oh, okay. That one. Okay.
What did the sea say to the sand?
What?
Nothing, it just waved.
Oh, wait, that was a good one.
Yeah. I asked my dad about my inheritance. He showed me a stack of unpaid bills and said, "One day, son, all this will be yours."
Oh, hey, that's actually, there's some truth in that one.
Yeah, there is. My dad told me I looked just like him when he was younger. I said, "Wow, what happened?" And he said, "You." Why does it smell at the beach?
Why?
Because the seaweed.
Oh.
I know one.
What?
What did the Jack Sparrow say when he spotted Amber Heard on the beach?
Land ho.
Yep.
There you go. I asked my dad what we were having for dinner, and he said, "Whatever you're making." It wouldn't have been so bad, but I was on the toilet at the time.
Oh, gross.
I have a limerick that'll get you in trouble with YouTube.
I don't want. Please don't.
It's not that
I
bad.
need a little bit of income.
It's not that bad.
Dad said I must have been born upside down because my nose runs and my feet smell.
I want to read the limerick, though.
Oh.
Well, maybe near the end. My dad said he wanted wine for Father's Day. Next year, we're just getting him a card because me and my sister have been whining all day and he didn't appreciate it.
Oh,
All right. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Kent.
Kent who?
Can't you just open the door and see for yourself?
Oh my, what a smartass.
Yeah, I know.
I have a knock knock joke.
What?
Knock knock.
Who's there?
You know.
You know who?
Yes.
My dad is making his famous stir-fry surprise for dinner. The surprise is he gets it delivered.
Oh, okay.
I was doing my geography homework and I asked my dad, "Where are the Andes?" And he said, "At the end of your armies." What do you call a man wearing a paper suit?
What?
Russell.
Oh, what do you call a man with no arms and no legs in a bathtub?
What?
Bob.
Yep.
Oh.
A man walks into the doctor's office with a frog on his head. The doctor says, "What seems to be the problem?" And the frog says, "I woke this morning with this growth on my butt." My dad went to the doctor because he felt like a pair of curtains. The doctor told him to pull himself together.
Wow.
My dad was pulled over by the cops for speeding. The cop asked, "Do you know how fast you were going?" And my dad said, "Slower than you."
Ooh.
My dad loves going to the gym. The cafe there does the best frappuccinos.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah. I asked my dad if he wanted an orange, but he said it didn't sound appealing.
That one had layers.
Yes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Harry.
Harry who?
Hurry up and open the door. It's freezing out here.
Oh, my.
And these are dad jokes.
Yes.
What type of spoon is the most dangerous?
I don't know.
A salt spoon. I don't know what a salt spoon is, but
Neither do I. Okay.
my dog's
because
really
it's
ill.
a salt.
Oh, a salt spoon. All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the little ones that. Yeah,
No.
Okay.
No, it's
a
a
salt,
salt, like a salt and battery.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, like a salt and battery, but I was trying to think of a spoon that was for salt, and I'm like, oh yeah, they have those little ones that you can get if you're being fancy.
I never felt spooning wasn't a salt, to be honest. Forking maybe, but not spooning.
My dog's really ill. I asked him how he felt, and he said rough.
Oh.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
What?
Dead.
No idea.
Oh.
No idea.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
What do you call a deer with no eyes or legs?
What?
Still no idea.
Oh.
What do you call a deer with no eyes, no legs, and no head?
Dead?
Yes.
Oh, I was right. Oh, okay.
Also, if you can't identify the deer, it's probably a Jane Doe.
Or a John Doe.
Yeah.
How many ears did cowboys have?
I don't know.
Can you guess, Steve?
A pioneer.
No.
It was a good guess, though.
Well, is it the left ear, the front ear, and the front ear?
Oh, I was close.
A little bit, but front ear makes sense.
Hmm. Do you know how much a pirate charges for corn?
What?
No.
About $1 an ear.
Dad, what is a pirate's favorite letter? Son. R. Dad said no, the C.
Yeah. His first love is the sea.
Why shouldn't you gossip on a farm?
Because it spreads.
Because the corn has ears.
Oh.
What kind of tree has branches but no leaves?
What kind?
A family tree.
Oh.
What kind of food is the most musical?
I don't know.
I know that one, but I can't remember.
Popcorn.
Yeah.
Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
La hoop.
La hoop who?
It's pronounced hula hoop. Hula hoop.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay. Dad, help, my dog has got no nose. Vet, how does he smell? Dad, awful. An Englishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman walk into a bar, and the barman says, "Is this some kind of joke?"
Oh, yes, I know that one.
Yeah, beans. Holy crap, I'm so drunk right now. Yep.
Good for your heart. The more you eat, the more you...
Yes. Dad, doctor, I've got a bottle of water stuck in my ear. Doctor, I think you've got a drinking problem.
It's like the airplane joke.
Yeah. Where do pirates go to exercise?
Where?
To the gym, lad.
Oh. Okay.
What do you get if you cross a parrot with Godzilla?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
I don't know, but if he asks for a cracker, give him one. What's the difference between ice cream and your advice?
What?
I want the ice cream.
True.
Yep. I prefer to tell my jokes in an elevator because they work on many levels.
Yep.
Plus, they can have their ups and downs.
Yes.
Oh no.
What's the difference between ignorance and apathy?
What?
I don't know and I don't care. A Buddhist walks into a pizza place and says, "Make me one with everything."
Oh, true.
Mom doesn't like pizza joke. She says it's too cheesy. What do you call a really clever duck?
Oh. I don't know.
A wisecracker.
Oh, haha, wise quacker.
Yep. What do you get if you cross a rabbit and a frog?
What?
A bunny ribbit.
Aww.
Okay. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Europe.
Europe who?
Okay, it ends with how rude. I'm not getting the joke there.
Europe who? Like get it Europe.
Oh, Europe who? How rude. Okay. My dad was making fun of me, so I said, "I didn't come here to be insulted." And he said, "Really? Where do you usually go?" That's actually a clever retort.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's not bad.
My dad is so old that when mom tells him to act his age, I'm afraid he might die.
Oh my gosh.
Never trust Adams. They make up everything.
Ha ha ha.
I love telling dad jokes. Occasionally, he even finds them funny. And there's the end.
Oh, okay. Some of those were actually pretty good.
Yeah, some are actually pretty good. Some of them, like, I don't understand where the humor is.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, Heath. It's Father's Day tomorrow. You know what? We have a little bit of time. Let's just go into the quotes, see what those are like.
I want to do the limerick, though.
We'll save that for the end because I want so just in case.
It's not that bad.
All right, fine.
Okay. There was an old prostitute pulling tricks, who at one time could handle 5 pricks. One day she did cry as she pulled out her glass eye. Tell the boys I can now take 6.
That's just disgusting.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've heard that.
It was just poking fun.
Oh,
I know. We survived. Yes, we survived the dad jokes. Now let's go into the quotes. Yeah, that helped calm me down. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to add a little bit of humor, just a little bit of levity, pretty much, after those articles.
You got to bring the love and the joy.
Yeah. So 33 funny dad quotes that are perfect for Father's Day 2022. All right. So Jerry Seinfeld. You can tell what was the best year of your father's life because they seem to freeze that clothing style and ride it out. When you're young, you think your dad is Superman. Then you grow up and you realize he's just a regular guy who wears a cape. Yep. I gave my father $100 and said, buy yourself something that will make your life easier. So he went out and bought a present for my mother.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah. My daughter got me a world's best dad mug, so we know she's sarcastic.
Aww.
Bob Odenkirk. Even though I'm proud my dad invented the rearview mirror, we're not as close as we appear.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Father's Day is important because besides being the day on which we honor dad, it's the one day of the year that Brookstone does any business.
Hey, I shop there a lot at the airport.
Brookstone is a good store, but I that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but there is truth to that. There is truth. Because it's so friggin' expensive, too.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I don't shop there a lot. Me and my dad used to play tag. He'd drive. Rodney Dangerfield. I love Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, he was a treasure.
We wondered why when a child laughed, he belonged to daddy, and when he had a sagging diaper that smelled like a landfill, he wants his mother. Yeah.
True.
The first half of our lives is ruined by our parents. The second half by our children. 4-year-old, tell me a scary story. Me. One time little people popped out of your mom and they never stopped asking questions. 4-year-old, why? When I was a boy of 14, my father was so ignorant, I could hardly stand to have the old man around. When I got to be 21, I was astonished at how much the old man had learned in 7 years.
Yeah.
Mark Twain.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes I am amazed that my wife and I created 2 human beings from scratch, yet struggled to assemble the most basic of IKEA cabinets.
Yeah,
I like struggle to assemble the most basic of IKEA. Yeah. It's like kind of like when Ryan Reynolds was had this like short video where he's trying to put together something from IKEA. He's like, IKEA, Swedish for fuck you.
Yeah. I just can't handle IKEA. I have to have my furniture intact.
Yep. Fatherhood is great because you can ruin someone from scratch.
Ooh.
Remember what dad really wants is a nap. Really.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Hey, I never nap.
From the funny Dave Barry.
Oh.
I never got along with my dad. Kids used to come up to me and say, my dad can beat up your dad. I'd say, yeah, when? I love that. Yeah, when? Men should always change diapers. It's a very rewarding experience. It's mentally cleansing. It's like washing dishes, but imagine if the dishes were your kids, so you really love the dishes. All right.
Okay.
Whatever. I want my son to wear a helmet 24 hours a day. If it was socially acceptable, I'd be the first one to have my kid in a full helmet and like a cage across his face mask. All right. Okay, he wants to raise Hannibal Lecter. All right.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, they are all psychopaths.
Mm-hmm. When I was a kid, I said to my father one afternoon, Daddy, will you take me to the zoo? He answered, "If the zoo wants you, let them come and get you." That's Jerry Lewis, all right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jerry Lewis.
Having children is like living in a frat house. Nobody sleeps, everything's broken, and there's a lot of throwing up. That's true.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
Raising kids may be a thankless job with ridiculous hours, but at least the pay sucks. That's Jim Gaffigan. I like his stand-up generally. A father carries pictures where his money used to be. To be a successful father, there's one absolute rule. When you have a kid, don't look at it for the first 2 years.
Oh.
That's Ernest Hemingway, so.
It's dark.
My wife is so analytical with raising kids, and I am not. My feeling is that if they turn out good, then that means I was a good daddy and put a lot of effort into it. If they turn out bad, it means they took after her side of the family.
Oh.
That's Jeff Foxworthy.
Oh, definitely.
Having children is like having a bowling alley installed in your brain. That's Martin Mull. Yeah, so. Oh God. Like some of these are just so accurate.
Yeah.
Buying your kid a goldfish is a great way to teach them about responsibility for 24 to 36 hours.
Yeah.
I've been to war. I've raised twins. If I had a choice, I'd rather go to war.
Oh, gosh.
My father had a profound influence on me. He was a lunatic.
Oh, my.
Spike Milligan. He used to do radio shows with Peter Sellers.
Okay.
He's also in the Musketeer movies from the 70s. He plays Raquel Welch's husband. He's like 70 and she's 30.
Okay. By the time a man realizes that maybe his father is right, he usually has a son who thinks he's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Dad taught me everything I know. Unfortunately, he didn't teach me everything he knows. The worst part about being a parent is when one of your kids farts and you have to pretend it wasn't cool.
Okay.
The older I get, the smarter my father seems to get.
Oh, well, that's true.
I rescind my early statements. I could never fall in love with a girl who regularly poops her pants. I hadn't met my daughter yet.
Aw.
So there it is. That's actually kind of sweet.
Yeah.
On our 6 a.m. walk, my daughter asked me where the moon goes each morning. I let her know it's in heaven visiting daddy's freedom.
Oh.
That's another Ryan Reynolds quote. That one was good.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
Up in heaven visiting daddy's freedom.
Yeah.
So we ended on 33 funny dad quotes.
Yeah,
Just in time for Father's Day.
Yay. Yeah, we got... Oh, wait, it's Father's Day for both of you, but I still have about 35
yeah, still
minutes.
about an hour. So I'm officially in Father's Day. I'm going to go to bed, but it's after midnight, so it's officially Father's Day now for me.
Oh. Yep.
There's a good limerick from The Crown. There once was a Countess of Bray who had a peculiar way. Despite her education, her rank, and her station, she always spells cunt with a K.
Oh.
There you go.
That's a good one. It's always the Aussies that use that word too.
Yeah. Trey has 3 hours to go. Yes. I'm on East Coast. So I'm officially ticked over midnight. But anyway, thank you all for hanging out with us for this nearly 2.5 hour stream now going. Got through some cringe. Again, never thought I'd be talking about Star Wars again, but here we are. They dusted off the Last Jedi playbook. You have the Star Wars fandom as it is now, and you have the people that, for some reason, still want to give Disney money, and yet still complain about it.
Precisely. Well, I'll tell you what, it's kind of like the Mafia, the Godfather 3. Just when you think you're out, they keep pulling you back.
Yeah. Yeah,
Courtney got legit angry.
The Gamer article was like pretty much the creme de la cringe today, pretty much.
Yeah.
Thank you. These are blue light glasses, but they look cute.
Father's Day might not be today in Norway.
Well, it's Father's Day here, so
Yeah. Well, I know y'all do Mother's Day differently, so.
yeah, because it says, because Sam, who's in
Oh
Australia,
yeah,
says
it's in
Father's Day comes in
November.
November here.
So yeah, same as in yeah, it's in November.
Oh, you're welcome, Jay. It's kind of like become a lollipop string. So
this was all
Yeah.
irrelevant for me.
Oh. Well, you can just put it in your back pocket until November.
Yeah, where my money used to be.
all right, but anyway, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Again, thank you, chat, for hanging out with us for like nearly 2.5 hours, and thank you to Ms. Martin Muses and Steve for joining in about halfway through. We're like basically taking over for Steph because she's in Dallas and she would have normally been able to do it tonight, but then the group made plans, so she wasn't able to attend. It should be on her channel next week. It should be on her channel next week, barring anything unforeseen. So, unless anything changes, tune in for that on My Nerdy Homes channel. If not, then come back here, 10 p.m. Eastern, same bat channel, same bat time, pretty much. But Teresa, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff.
You can find me here on YouTube every Saturday at 11 a.m. Central. We've been talking about the Silmarillion. Next week, we are going to be finishing it off and then moving on to the Sword of Shannara.
All right, cool. Steve?
What she said, and your channel on Wednesday, maybe, if I'm awake.
Well, if you're awake, like I said, I can solo it if need be. I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of cringe, even up to midweek, pretty much.
Also, is it next week we're doing the top 10?
Everyone look at your calendars.
Because I don't know. I just show up when I'm told.
It's yes, it'll be a week from this coming Thursday, so it'll be June 30th.
Oh, you heard it here.
June 30th. And so basically the last day of June. We'll be having the top 10, and it's the top 10 martial arts films.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I hope the Karate Kid counts, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
if it has martial arts in it,
yeah.
If it's like kind of like martial arts centric, it's a martial arts film. Even and Karate Kid would count because he's taught martial arts.
No, just checking because all my top 10s are gonna be Karate Kid.
Well, there you go.
Because I don't think I know any other ones.
Yeah, I've given you movies to watch. You need to watch them.
Oh, you're right. I do have the list. Well,
you have a list. She has a list of 80s stuff.
And don't you have a list too, Stig, that you need to go through?
What list?
I don't know. Whatever recommendations we made to you.
Oh yeah, I've done a couple of those. Well, probably 4 or 5. I haven't watched the one that you use in the intro clip yet, though.
Oh, you're talking about All About Eve.
Yeah, I have the movie. I just haven't watched it yet.
You need to watch that one. Did you watch A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum?
I think that's the one I didn't find.
Okay, I think I found a site that you could use.
Yes, but it was gone when I was gonna watch it.
I'll try to find it again. But that is So when I say that my preference is not musicals, does not mean I hate them necessarily. But it's one of the ones that I absolutely love, and it's a movie that no way would have been able to be filmed today.
I watched Young Frankenstein and the Producers. You told me to watch those. And I watched well, this was something you just mentioned, though. You didn't tell me to watch it, but Basil Rathbone, Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Which was awesome, by the way.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, because I grew up watching classic films, and one of them was Basil Rathbone's rendition of Sherlock Holmes. Yeah. Also, Peter Cushing was Sherlock Holmes. There was
The
Hound of the Baskervilles, and had Christopher Lee in it. So
that one I've seen several times. It's
there's some liberties taken with the plot, but overall it's a decent movie.
Yeah, I like the sets.
Mm-hmm.
The Hammer film have a certain aesthetic. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you can always tell basically a Hammer horror film.
Yeah.
because like basically like how like basically the film looks in a sense, not just like because of the setting, but just the overall feel to it. You can generally tell. But anyway, again, thank you to the chat. We got through a decent amount of cringe, and even though that's like two primary topics, you got Ezra Miller, who needs to be put away somewhere, away from civilized society. Well,
he needs to be put. Yeah, he needs to be put in chains for sure, like a straitjacket.
And then you have Star Wars account encouraging other users to harass and bully another person off of Twitter, even though they themselves are so-called against harassment and bullying. And then you have that Short Bus Gamer article, again, deriding the fans because we're the problem children. We're the problem children. And then, again, Halo, always bringing up the same stupid shit that they needed to remove the helmet early, whose argument can be literally demolished instantly from any Halo fan that knows the lore. But again, they went the narcissistic route and thought that they could tell a better story, and there's nowhere for the story to go that they can't alter anything about the story to appease any critics without completely making it bipolar to the season 1. So you either have to keep moving forward with the shit you got, or cancel it and maybe a little bit down the road reboot it. There's no way for them to go, but they're gonna keep saying the same stupid shit. Then we
gaslighting.
That's what they're doing. We're seeing it with Rings of Power. We're seeing it with Halo. I think Wheel of Time had a little bit of it, but we're definitely seeing it with Rings of Power. Star Wars is back at it again. So then you got DC and Marvel, each one wanting to outdo the other in stupidity.
Yeah, and you have Tolkien and the Wheel of Time. They're being screwed up.
Well, that's what I said, Rings of Power and
Wheel of Time. And the upcoming show based on Raymond Feist, that's going to be the next train wreck.
Yeah, possibly the God of War show. So, but anyway, thank you all again for hanging out with us. Next week, like I said, it should be on Steph's channel, barring anything unforeseen. My streaming schedule coming up for this week. I might be on Twitch tomorrow night, depending on how I feel after if we do D&D tomorrow afternoon. Playing some more Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer to level up some guns. Monday, Twitch again. Monday and Tuesday would be Twitch. Monday would be Metal Gear Solid 5. Tuesday would be Fortnite with members of my chat. Wednesday, Cringe Factory. Thursday, looks like it's going to be Evil Dead the Game. And Friday, I'd say probably going back to Call of Duty Vanguard because I'm trying to level up guns just in case Blabs wants to play offline, and I got to load outs to help her in Warzone. So that's part of the reason why I'm doing this. And I got pulled back into playing Call of Duty because I played it yesterday and today, and I missed, as much as I bitch about Activision and the multiplayer, it's a love-hate relationship, and I do very much love playing it, so I got pulled back in. So it looks like I'm going to be adding Call of Duty to the roster now, as far as Twitch streams go. That's the way it looks down the line. So, yes, and again, a week from this Thursday will be the top 10 martial arts movies discussion. So it won't be on Twitch, it'll be on YouTube on this channel. So tune in for that. It'll be about the same time as the Cringe Factory I normally have, 8 p.m. Eastern. So there's a schedule that I have generally during the week, barring anything unforeseen. Hope you have a good rest of your day or evening, depending on where you are in the world. And we will see you all next week. So let me find the outro. And take care, everyone. Have a good night. Stay safe.
Okay. Good night.
Remember
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.